No Nortman, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe running the show. I saw you across the offices today, and I liked the get-up. It caught my eye.
This has been a very popular.
Very, very popular. A lot of compliments today.
I said I liked it too.
Yeah, I have gotten a lot of people who like the pink and blue stripes. I wore the pink because it's Valentine's week, and so I want to put some. What do you mean? What do you
Valentine's Day like red?
It's
pink, red?
Isn't it?
No, it's pink and red. Look it up. The colors for Valentine's Day is pink and red.
I mean, I guess I believe you.
Yeah, you can Google it. You ain't got to believe me.
All right, we'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
pink and red.
Very handsome. Ben, you seem a little extra snippy today.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. Strokes was in my ear. He said, tell him he seems extra snippy today. And I obliged, and he said,
why?
Yelling at Strofe. I said, well, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah,
it was about you. You do your own bidding. I didn't like the fact that he gave me a compliment.
I was gonna say, I'm very
what am I doing?
You heard something in your ear and you spit it out verbatim from Strofe?
I just follow what I'm told to do. They said
you're better than that.
You want to be great. Utilize all the tools and resources around you, and then I
utilize
realized
that tool a little less, literally and figuratively.
My producers are a terrible tool. Terrible tool.
Big time tool.
But thank you, Ben. Quite handsome today.
Holy cow, I'm a tool. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. List is more. You can get us on there all show long. YouTube, you can see our beautiful faces and Kyle's pink and blue Valentine's Day themed sweater.
Quarter zip, baby. As Strofe called us, the QZ boys.
Excuse me?
The QZ boys. That's what you call us, right, Strofe?
Me and Kyle, we're the QZ boys.
Explain.
Quarter zip.
Quarter zip? I'm wearing a quarter zip. He's wearing a quarter zip.
Rocking the Iron Jock lightweight hoodie, and I feel really comfortable in this, let me tell you.
I almost wore my Iron Jock hoodie today.
I would have been
Twins.
so pissed.
Best friends.
I know.
You guys sipped at the same time.
We sipped our coffee at the same time and made eye contact, and then I wanted to die inside.
Oh, they just giggled. I said, what's going on?
I didn't giggle. I put my head down.
He put his head down for like a minute
and
straight.
I was like, gosh.
But he lifted his head up. He was cheesing from ear to ear.
I was just like, I can't escape this annoying weasel.
Annoying? Why am I a weasel?
I almost said measles because there's outbreaks going around right now.
I told y'all.
I am happy to confirm I do not actively have the measles, but I am not a weasel either. I'm a professional, an astute one at that.
When you got to talk yourself out of it, that means you know you got to defend something.
Talk myself out of what?
And you didn't need to tell us that you're not a weasel, but clearly it hits you, so you're trying to talk out of it.
You often misrepresent me to our audience, and KBN Nation deserves honesty, and I think you lack that sometimes.
I'm already done. I'm already done with him. Like, it's Ben Brust and Kyle Wallace.
3 minutes.
You know what? Just light up the phone lines. 800-990-3776. So he has to do something other than engage with me, because that would make my life better. So please do me a solid, KBN Nation. I'll give you reasons to call. Don't worry, because we have to hear from Unsportsmanlike with Chris Canty, Evan Cohen, and Michelle Smallman. And obviously, Sam Darnold, 4 teams in 4 years, is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I have put together something for you next segment, Kyle, and I actually think you're going to love it. It's a Benny nerd man. It's not even that nerd manny, but there's
Brad, come back. They all trying to steal your shtick.
No, this is something I would normally do because he when Brad goes deep into the numbers, he'll be like, all right, here's the mean, median, and mode, or you ever a bell curve? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm finding trends to help us figure out how the Green Bay Packers, again, this offseason is all about how does the 2025 Packers become better in 2026 and become a championship team. And I have some things that will make Kyle Wallace, the Packer backer, feel a lot better about where they're heading.
Well, Did you see Kyle's face? You said, I would normally do this. When have you ever studied a trend in your life?
All the time.
What are you talking about?
Wait, you guys this is going to be fun.
Like I said, somebody call and distract him, please.
Because I do this all the time.
All the time.
You've never done this once.
I definitely have. I've pulled a lot of stuff that I've used from ChatGPT before in the past.
Trends.
He studies trends of the market, so he knows how to invest
trends was a little strong coming out of my mouth. I'll admit that.
Or up, Ben.
Strofe is a bad investor.
Whatever Strofe does,
Do the opposite.
do the opposite of it.
Yes.
Strofe, let me know anytime you make an investment.
Yeah, when you want to
do the
buy something, let us know. We'll put some puts on it.
I did put some put on. Isn't that what you just said?
Yeah, but you don't know what that means.
I put some put on Arizona last night. Tough loss
That doesn't make sense.
But you picked Arizona yesterday
to beat Kansas.
in Kansas.
Yeah, they were without Darren Peterson.
They were without Darren Peterson.
I had Kansas money line. Sorry, Strofe. Got a
told
bet
me it
best
wasn't
for
a
you
theory
later.
game.
It wasn't, but I like Allen Fieldhouse for Kansas when they're playing good
And
basketball.
Arizona has a rough road ahead. Probably
Yes,
looking ahead to all the different.
Dude, their schedule's crazy.
No,
but now
no.
we're getting way off track here. Let's get to unsportsmanlike. Strofe, just shut up and produce the show, please. Play Chris Canty, Michelle Smallman, and Evan Cohen on Sam Darnold. You're a good producer.
I'll make a statement to you. He's better than Jordan Love. He's a better player and he's had a better career than Jordan Love.
He is more accomplished than Jordan Love.
No, he's become a better player.
Jordan Love is an enigma. How about this? I'll give you this. Sam Darnold has been more consistently excellent the past 2 seasons than Jordan Love. I don't think that Jordan Love has reached his peak yet, and I don't think
I can say the same thing for Sam Darnold.
you don't think
Oh
he's
my
reached his
God.
peak.
I can say I can say the same thing for Sam.
Super Bowl.
I can-
You don't think he's reached his peak?
He's 28 years old. He's 28 years old, and he is as physically talented as the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like Sam Darnold, to me, is still an ascending player. He can still
Jordan
get
Love
better.
is not?
He can. I'm not saying Jordan Love isn't,
Okay.
but they're both getting better.
I don't really care about Canty at the end there. I keep my focus on Evan Cohen at the beginning, which I love. Sam Darnold is better than Jordan Love. We are forgetting a lot of context here.
Significant.
We are forgetting so much about just flat out saying this is the example of why Wilde and Tausch from 9 to Noon created POM, Prisoner of the Moment.
Huge prisoner of the moment. I'm sorry. First and foremost, Sam Darnold, he has performed very well the last 2 years. But it's crazy to me that a guy can have the season he had last year and just fizzle out like he did in the playoffs.
Fizzle. He was horrible.
But that's my whole thing. In that, yes, this postseason he definitely played better. In the Super Bowl, was Sam Darnold the difference maker in the Super Bowl? No. The difference maker for that offense was the fact that they had Kenneth Walker, and the difference maker for
And
the
that
team,
offensive line.
Well, the difference maker for the team was the defense.
I know, but to your point about Walker, did you see how many replays they showed of him literally skip to my Lou behind the line waiting for things to open up? And then he said, go. I'm going to go.
It was
And
just
then,
an
yes,
insane
you're
amount
right
of
about the
patience.
defense. So, like, what is that conversation?
I think the conversation is simply that this is the Super Bowl starting quarterback, and we want to get all excited about the fact that he just won a Super Bowl. Just because you win a Super Bowl as a quarterback doesn't mean that you're an elite level quarterback. It means that obviously Sam Darnold has found himself. He's found his comfort. As everybody say, he's no longer seeing ghosts back there, and he's a good quarterback. To sit here and compare him to Jordan Love when statistically you can look at it and our eye test will tell us that Jordan Love is the better quarterback. Again, Sam Darnold isn't a slouch. He was drafted 3rd overall for a reason, but if you had to pick a quarterback that you're going to take, I promise you, Jordan Love on the Seattle Seahawks, this team, this rendition of the team this year, he's putting up a lot of points in that first half against the offense, or excuse me, the defense of the New England Patriots. Jordan Love is a clearly better quarterback than Sam Darnold. Now, has Sam Darnold elevated his game? Absolutely. But to sit here after one run to the Super Bowl, which again, it's impressive, it doesn't mean that he's just better than a quarterback that we believe is an elite level or getting to an elite level. So are we saying that he's a better quarterback than Josh Allen because he's won a Super Bowl? Are we saying that Trent Dilfer is a great quarterback because he won a Super Bowl? And so that's what I think it gets down to, is that simply people are just looking at more recency and then versus the entirety. And again, Sam Darnold's a good quarterback, but he's not better than Jordan Love. If you ask GMs around the league which quarterback they're going to take, they're going to take him. Sam Darnold signed a 3-year, $100 million contract this offseason. I'm not a mathematician, but when I do 33.3 times 3, that means that man is averaging around $33 million per year, whereas Jordan Love is getting $55 million. Men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie. And the value that people saw in Sam Darnold is not at the same value that people see from Jordan Love.
From a postseason standpoint, he was 61.5% completion percentage. Yes, he didn't turn the ball over, but let's not forget.
Which was opposite of what he did during the regular season.
Correct. I was just going to mention that. 24 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 55 QBR. Like, it was he did what he needed to do with a great team around him. Jordan Love could have done exactly what Sam Darnold did. Like, and if somebody says, well, no, Jordan Love's a risk when he throws the ball. He had 6 interceptions this past season. 6. 6. He took care of the turnover problem. He talked about it himself. Again, for them to use the last 2 years is crazy. After the way he went out in the playoffs last year in the first round for Minnesota, and with the team around him that he had in Seattle, which is why all of our conversations yesterday across ESPN Wisconsin, and specifically what we did was, how close were the 2025 Green Bay Packers to Seattle, and what do the 2026 Packers have to do to be Seattle next year, right? Because it's more than just the quarterback.
It is.
And that's exactly where I'm heading next segment, Kyle. Because, like, this conversation has got my brain in a tizzy. The amount of times that we anoint people something once they get, like, an MVP or a Super Bowl, like, there's way more context than he didn't even win the Super Bowl MVP
as a quarterback.
Because they could, you know why he didn't?
Because they couldn't
decide who was actually going to win the award. They're going to maybe give it to Jason Myers. Kenneth Walker tried to score a touchdown when he could have slid it in the game because he wanted to pad his stats for the MVP.
Well, he took off. He earned it. He broke loose, although it was a hole. But at the end of the day, you just gave Sam Darnold's numbers for this season. And Sam Darnold this season, I believe he played in every single game for the Seahawks this year. And Sam Darnold had 24 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. When I look at my quarterback who had 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in less games. And so, again, it's to me, it's very simple. It's very obvious. Sam Darnold's not bad, but to sit here and say he's better than Jordan Love is
flat out.
It is prisoner of the moment. It's not reality.
Pommy Evan Cohen, prisoner of the moment, Evan Cohen on Unsportsmanlike, coming on the airwaves saying, Sam Darnold, I have a thought. Replay that start. I just want the start from Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike Strophe because, the confidence that he says it is laughable.
I'll make a statement to you. He's better than Jordan Love.
Ha!
He's not better than Jordan Love. And I'll make a statement to you. Most general managers will laugh at you like Ben just did.
I'll make a statement to you.
Oh, will you? Oh, will you?
He's better than Jordan Love.
It's not true. It's not true.
I'll make a statement
to you. He doesn't believe it.
That's off-season talk right there. That's off-season talk.
I'll make a statement to you.
Unsportsmanlike already needs football season back. But see, that's my takeaway.
But here's the thing. Thing is, as a Packers fan, when you watch the Super Bowl, I left with a sense of like, damn, my quarterback for sure could have performed in this game. Like I felt comfortable knowing that next season, if these are the two quarterbacks that were the guys in the Super Bowl, and again, Drake May had a really good season.
Offensive line for both were huge components to this game, too, which is a big question mark for the Green Bay Packers in what they do next year.
And so for me, when I look at that, I came out thinking, wow, if this is the level of quarterback play needed to win a Super Bowl, I feel great about my quarterback. That's the way I came out of it. And most Packers fans should have watched that game saying, I feel good about Jordan Love, especially after, again, the third quarter wasn't great against the Chicago Bears, but he still led the team downfield for a touchdown. And then at the end of the game, guys didn't make catches, didn't make plays the way they needed to, but Jordan Love gave the Green Bay Packers an opportunity.
I'm so excited to share this with you, Kyle, because I think this will add more context to how the Packers have an opportunity in a wide open NFL right now. It is wide open. I'm telling you, based off the odds to win the Super Bowl, typically what you'll see is like a plus 400, a plus 500 team. Number one odds would be like plus 400, plus 500. The best odds are plus 900 to win the Super Bowl before the season starts. The Packers are like plus 1,400. They're right there. It's a hodgepodge because there's no team that is dominant right now. And that is an opportunity this offseason for Goody to make the team better. But more importantly, I dive into the correlation of QB greatness and why it matters or doesn't matter when it comes to Super Bowls. Benny Nerdman. Next.
Nerdman. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Ben is crazy. Strofe is emotional. I don't want to get in between none of this.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th, as we will be hosting our second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by the legendary Home Blow and Bailey Cope. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017truthawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffel, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do not miss out on the the best community awards event of the year.
If you're into muskie fishing, the Muskie Expo is the place to be this coming weekend, the 13th through the 15th, where you'll find an excellent assortment of everything muskies, held at the Washington County Fair Park. Find out more at muskieexpo.com.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
At Associated Bank, we know running a business is tough enough, so our business is making your business banking easy. That's why we make sure it speaks your language. Business and consumer linked accounts? How about all your banking all in one place with one login account? $50 overdraft grace zone? Think of it as a I never said I was a CFO grace zone. And maintenance fee free account? Well, free is always good. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family. They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Start your Milwaukee weight loss program now to lose weight fast. Many lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Call for your free consultation. 262-235-3980. 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe is running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbus Talking text line. Matt in the 920, I couldn't agree more. Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike is the new Skip Bayless.
Bona
fide scrub.
Oh,
he can't play.
Damn.
Wow. That's crazy. And that's not even Skip, so I don't know. Are you calling him a scrub, or what is that?
That was Strofe calling Evan Cohen a scrub.
Wow, he would never say it to his face, though.
No, but I'll send him the clip. On YouTube, at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, what I'd like to do is make people feel better. and move the conversation away from what, I'd be honest, I fall into a trap. Like, I fall into this trap 100%.
What is that?
We all do. I think we overvalue the MVP award.
Really?
I think we overvalue the MVP award, and we get so caught up in the word elite and top quarterback in the NFC, top quarterback in the AFC. So I don't know if you want to play an imaging strophe, or I can just jump right into some of these numbers. They're not really numbers, by the way.
When the data gets dense.
Numbers are boring.
When the decimals demand justice. When one man dares to calculate it all. It's Brad Nerdman on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Brovis?
Brovis? What is the... Your name is Ben Brust, not Bro. He said Brovis. Does he not know...
Brustus?
That would be...
Come up with your own freaking character name, man. Have a little originality.
By the way, you didn't come up with Strovis. The talking text line did.
Right, but that's me now. We can't just have a second one.
I thought I was your best friend. You can't have. It can't be just like you.
But then you'd be like Benny Stark. Because Jarvis is.
You're good. You're good.
Benny Stark. I created you. Strovis.
I would agree.
You're mine.
I'm your best friend.
I own you.
Here we go.
Well, I'm your best friend. You don't own me. That's a little strong.
No, just like Tony owns Jarvis.
13th Amendment exists.
I own Strovis.
Well, you're a robot, I guess, according to...
So, again, in the conversation of looking at the Seattle Seahawks, Kyle, I think we'd be on the same page. Sam Darnold, good quarterback, but did what he needed to do with a great team around him,
Sure did.
And now we're hearing how great Sam Darnold is all of a sudden.
I mean, JSN is the Offensive Player of the Year for a reason.
In the last 15 years, only one regular season MVP has won the Super Bowl the same year.
Really?
Really.
All them Tom Brady years and Patrick Mahomes?
Brady only won one MVP, I think.
The last 15 years, only one regular season MVP has also won the Super Bowl.
Mahomes.
That was Patrick Mahomes in 2022-23 February Super Bowl. Stafford this year, nope. Josh Allen last year, nope. Lamar Jackson before that, nope. Mahomes we talked about. Rodgers in 22, we know he won a Super Bowl, or we know he won MVP, but he didn't win a Super Bowl. 2021, they lost to the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson again, nope. Tom Brady got Philadelphia Eagled, Philly specialed. Matt Ryan, nope.
Definitely not.
Cam Newton, sorry, Brad.
Bradley.
Aaron Rodgers again, 2014.
That's a nope.
Nope. Peyton Manning, 2013. Nope. Aaron Rodgers again. Nope. Aaron Rodgers again. Nope. I think we need to stop looking at the MVP award. And, we got caught up in this. Jordan Love is a top 3 MVP candidate heading into the Broncos game. Jordan Love should be an MVP. He's a top whatever quarter. Like, honestly, if anything taught you anything from Sunday, it should be that you shouldn't get caught up in who your quarterback is. It is a value to having a very good quarterback, right? It's not to say that these Super Bowl champions didn't have great quarterbacks. But just because a player is having a great year doesn't mean that the team is set up to win a Super Bowl. So my main takeaway from watching Seattle was it's a great thing to have Jordan Love. It's an even better thing to have 3 phases of the football team working together to get you to the common goal of hosting the Lombardi Trophy.
Benny Stark, that was good. That was good. That was actually really good. That was a good analysis because I don't think anybody really looks at it. At the end of the day, once you get into the playoffs, you're more so focused on who's hot, who's playing well. And we have Patrick Mahomes.
It's about the team.
It is, but we have Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, who Jalen is looked at as a very good quarterback in the NFL. We know Patrick Mahomes may go down as one of the greatest of all time.
But no one's looking at Jalen Hurts as a top 3 quarterback in the NFL, but yet He's made the Super Bowl twice.
But aren't those more outliers than they are consistent?
What do you
like
mean?
The greatest quarterbacks of all time have owned the last 2 decades.
I understand that point,
multiple-time MVPs.
but I'm going from a season by season standpoint to show that just because you have an MVP level player on your team, that does not equate to a Super Bowl. Yeah. It's more about the team that you have versus the way the quarterback is playing.
I guess the best example of that would be the 2017 season when Carson Wentz would have won the MVP, but Philadelphia ultimately won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, and Tom Brady won the MVP. He lost in the Super Bowl. That's probably your best example of this, that you have a complete team, therefore a backup quarterback can win the Super Bowl. But I'd rather have a great quarterback than not a great quarterback.
I think what you're misconstruing with Ben is the fact that Ben is not saying that you don't need to have a great quarterback. He's saying you don't need to have the league MVP
that year
in order to win a Super Bowl. That is something that obviously having an MVP puts you in the playoffs. It gives you an opportunity. But statistically speaking, you don't need to have a MVP.
Is that deserving of a nerd man?
Yeah, I think so.
There's been 60 Super Bowls. We know it's happened 59 times. We knew this.
Yeah, but I could also go up and tell you that it's only happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in 60 Super Bowls has the regular season MVP won a Super Bowl. And we get so caught up in the season talking about the quarterback that we have and him winning the MVP. It doesn't equate to a Super Bowl. All I'm trying to get at is Sam Darnold had a complete team around him. Sam Darnold is nowhere near an elite quarterback. Jordan Love is better, in my opinion, than Sam Darnold. Yep. So I'm just saying, if Goody can put together a complete roster, like without the special teams gap that we talk about,
without not being able to get pressure with four
guys, like there are paths to Super Bowls. I think it's so easy in our brains to think we have Lamar Jackson, we have Josh Allen, we have this quarterback, ex-quarterback. We're gonna win. We have a great chance to win the Super Bowl. This shares it doesn't matter. It's about the team. We even saw this year, Josh Allen without Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and all those guys in his division, there were better teams than the Buffalo Bills. Despite him being Superman, you're not able to carry your team to a Super Bowl.
He was the MVP, right?
But he still is the MVP.
Well, who was the MVP this year?
Stafford. He was in the Final Four.
Oh, okay.
And
it's not about being in the Final Four, Alex Strofe. It's about winning a championship.
I think the correlation that's more important is the 1 seed, because the 1 seed's more important than ever the last
Then do
seasons.
research on the 1 seed and come back with a 1 seed
And I would
conversation.
imagine a lot of those guys have the MVP. Right?
No.
I would imagine a lot of the 1 seeds the last several years in the AFC has been Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. He won it as the regular season MVP.
Who cares about that? It's about winning a Super Bowl is all I'm getting at.
But you're only talking about one time that happened. So I do believe as we move forward, yes, we want Jordan Love to play at an MVP caliber level, but he doesn't need to play. He doesn't need to throw 45 touchdown passes if I'm going to end up losing in the NFC Championship.
If the rest of the team isn't complete.
And so that's the most important thing is, yes, you want to have a great elite type quarterback, but more importantly, you need to have a solid team around him. And that's where the Green Bay Packers have failed at. And we should know this the best because we saw it over and over with Aaron Rodgers, where we just did not have enough around him in order to get the Packers over the hump. So I like how Ben did this, because I think it's a realization for folks, because a lot of times you think of MVPs like, oh yeah, he's going to give you a chance. But until you actually have somebody tell you, just because you win the MVP doesn't mean your team's going to the Super Bowl or winning the Super Bowl. I believe that's very important, because a lot of people say, well, if Jordan Love isn't an MVP type quarterback, the Packers can't win. Well, Sam Darnold is not an MVP type quarterback, in Seattle won. Jalen Hurts played at a very, very good level. Very, very high level.
Let's take this a step further when we talk about this, Kyle, because this is focused on a Super Bowl championship team next to a NFL MVP, which essentially is a quarterback award. This year, Seattle's defense, the dark side, was unbelievable. Last year, the Philadelphia Eagles defense was ungodly at the defensive line position, had great pieces in the secondary as well. Zach Bond played at a great level off the edge and that linebacker position. Then you go backwards. The reason why the Kansas City Chiefs won against, I believe it was the 49ers.
Defensive line was really good. Chris Jones,
and that was a defensive struggle, and both offenses struggled because the defenses kept them in the game, and they found a way late.
They found a way.
The Los Angeles Rams.
D-line,
you know who's having nightmares of Aaron Donald?
Yeah, and I remember Aaron Donald took over the game late. He put the game away.
Just moving guys.
He put the game. He literally put that Super Bowl away. So yeah, But so that is. But
do you remember the Tampa Bay team with Brady?
Well, I do remember that team, and did they have Ndamukong Suh, and they had I know they had a great linebacking core as well.
The linebacking core, sideline to sideline, was the same linebacking core that gave the team fits of the Green Bay Packers in the regular season and in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, no. I think that's the
elite defenses with a good to great quarterback can win you a championship. And you need special teams. We've learned that as well.
And the Green Bay Packers haven't been able to get that level of consistency out of their D-line. And I think that, again, that taking it all back, that's why, yes, you got to have a quarterback, and the quarterback definitely matters, but you also have to have the ability to have a really good defensive line. And the Green Bay Packers haven't been able to find that consistency, though he took a swing with Michael Parsons, which elevated it. But when you have that significant of a drop-off by one guy leaving, that shows you that there's holes on that defense that need to be fixed. And
I don't know about you, Kyle. Basically, good, when I said I had something to present, Strofe was trying to dissect this and pick it apart and make it bad. He didn't want it to be real. He didn't want it to be real. He was like, "Oh, but the correlation here." The essential point is, it doesn't matter if you have the best player during the season. Your team matters more than an individual performance per season. So we don't need to get caught up in how great a player is playing and if they're trending towards the MVP. It's about, are you peaking at the right time? Because the Rams, they weren't playing their best football at the end of the year despite having the MVP. So that's all I'm getting at is your holistic team with your quarterback. Is it put together well enough to win a Super Bowl? Because if you look at all these examples, the quarterbacks are good, but the teams are better than just the quarterback. No quarterback is being Superman winning a Super Bowl.
It makes me really think about the wasted years that we had of Aaron Rodgers when he was here. We weren't able to build a great defense around him. It makes me really frustrated with that.
Well, that's why this offseason is super important. We all know what Goody has to do.
Good luck, Goody.
Again, it makes you feel better, but it makes you realize the job he has to do this offseason.
Now, he has to pull off something magnificent in order to right some of the wrongs that he had. And he has quite a few wrongs, but it's okay to be wrong because in the NFL, you have every opportunity to right that. And so we're going to see whether or not Goody has the ability to right the ship and get rid of some of the guys that have not been productive enough for the Packers to get them to where we want to be.
It was fun seeing the atmosphere for the big game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, but I look forward to that when a local team like up in Green Bay is able to be a part of that.
Man, I was doing some math today.
Crazy.
The Packers haven't been to a Super Bowl in almost 30 years. They've only been in one Super Bowl in almost 30 years. Just one.
That's why I went back 15 years.
Just one
on this exercise.
And here's another thing. This is crazy. This is out there. You guys, because you're not from Wisconsin and Strofe wasn't born yet. The drought that the Packers had from the 60 Super Bowl to the 90 Super Bowl was 30 years. The Dallas Cowboys are now at the same level of drought that the Packers had from the 60s to the 90s.
Damn!
When I remember as a kid, people were like, "Oh, we're finally back since Lombardi." Now the Dallas Cowboys are that same way, and the Packers, we went to the Super Bowl that one time, but we're almost at the point where 30 years, one Super Bowl appearance ain't good enough, and we almost there.
Not there yet, though. But again, it could be soon. You could be watching on that monster video wall. You could be feeling the electric buzz. I was there from 12 to 3, and it was amazing to be at Potawatomi Casino Hotel to see the atmosphere, parking lot full, people having fun, enjoying the big game. You can catch all the action, college basketball. I can't wait for opening day in baseball. I cannot wait. I'm going to say it again, for opening day of baseball. Love having a roof over American Family Field so we don't miss any baseball when we have home games here in the state of Wisconsin. But either way, there's always something a Potawatomi Sportsbook is offering for you to enjoy our local teams and a great spot to enjoy games with 90 kiosks, great food, and so much more. Strofe really isn't my best friend. He would have supported me. But Mark Tauscher, I'm going to share it with him. We'll see what he thinks next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Ben, the irony of you saying this guy sounds like a tool and thinks he's better than everybody else.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and 0% financing for 36 months plus $500 off your project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Calling all seafood lovers, the lobster salad sub is officially back at Cousin Subs. Fresh lobster mixed with our creamy signature mayo, topped with tomato and onion, served over crisp lettuce, and finished with a sprinkle of Old Bay. All on our fresh-baked Italian bread. It's a crave-worthy classic you can enjoy in store, online, or on the app, but only through April 5th. So catch it while you can. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Disney on Ice presents Frozen and Encanto in one exciting family experience. Sing along with Anna and Elsa in wintry Arendelle. And celebrate the power of love, y familia, with Mirabel and Bruno in the show everyone will be talking about, live in your hometown. Playing Fiserv Forum this week. Great seats still available. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Green and Gold Hall of Famer.
It's been very, very rough, I think is the nicest way to put that.
Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
Go find somebody that can excite you and get your group ready, period.
It's Mark Tauscher.
Well, that's why you're not the GM.
On Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nortman is the Packer Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher, Old T. Willie and Tausch 9 to noon across these various stations. Tausch, I'm a little tardy today, so I apologize.
Oh, good. You're actually early in the new book that I have assigned.
Oh, wow. What is this book?
So you're early. Don't worry about it. We're good.
I would like to... did you have a chance to listen to the last segment? Otherwise, I won't repeat myself.
I didn't, so you have to tell me what's up.
That's okay. I wanted to take a look at how much maybe we overvalue in-season thinking about the MVP award. In the last 15 years, there's been one regular season MVP that has won the Super Bowl in the same year. In the 60 years of the Super Bowl, there's been 6 MVPs that have also won a Super Bowl. The reason why I got thinking about that is watching Seattle and hearing Evan Cohen say Darnold's better than Love and all that. To me, the takeaway is it's better to have Jordan Love if you believe he's better or not. I believe Jordan Love is better than Sam Darnold. But if you have a team that has less holes across the board, it doesn't matter if you have Superman on your team. You need a more complete team, and it's possible to do it with a non-elite quarterback having an MVP year. I just think we get, Jordan Love's top 3 in odds to win the MVP. That doesn't matter. To me, it matters more about how your team is built to make a run at the championship, and Seattle showed us you don't need that MVP and elite quarterback, and there's been other examples. But even if you look at the way that the Eagles won last year, their defense, their defensive line, right? It just really wakes my mind up into what I'm looking for Goody to do this offseason. Is that enlightening to you?
I mean, it's interesting. I would not have thought that. But, yeah, I think obviously looking at, the last 4 teams in, Matthew Stafford is really the, cream of the crop, and everybody else you kind of look at as a journeyman or an upstart that's trying to figure things out. And obviously Denver lost their guy, and they ended up losing. So I think there's a line of demarcation. And I think if you're going to be, you can strike iron and have a season like Seattle did. But I think at some point, if you want to be consistently in the mix, you need to have that guy. And that's why every team chases in the desert looking for that oasis of a franchise quarterback, because what that gives you is the opportunity every year to have a chance. Now, guys can get injured. You saw that with Baltimore. You saw that with Kansas City this year. But I want that bite at the apple every year, and the best way to do that in the NFL is to have that guy leading your team.
I guess my point is I do believe they have that guy, and they have Micah Parsons. So if they can fill
are you
out,
saying you don't want him to. To me, it felt like you don't want Jordan Love to be the MVP next year.
I just don't think we need to get caught up in how great a person is playing. If they have 50 touchdowns, it doesn't matter. It matters about if he's able to play at the level you need him to play at, based off the way your team is constructed to win a Super Bowl.
I look at it more from Seattle on special teams and defense ended up with 10-plus touchdowns and or setup of touchdowns. And I asked you guys this last week. I don't know if you did the homework, because I didn't. How many times did the Green Bay Packers defense score and or special teams score and they not even give up points? We were in the negative side of it. I don't know Seattle how many touchdowns they gave up special teams wise. I know we were not good. And I look at it more from you don't need to have that quarterback, but then everything else better be buttoned up completely. The quarterback does give you that room for error that I want. But if you can have a season like Seattle did and play just good enough for some of the games, they turned the ball. Sam Darnold turned the ball over. Everything about Seattle's season doesn't make any sense. You turn it over more than anybody at the quarterback
and then don't
spot.
turn it over the entire postseason.
And then you have a clean postseason run, and it works out perfectly. So there's 100 ways to win a championship. Luck does play into it. There's no doubt. But I still think that most teams are going to continuously – I don't think you're going to stop seeing teams draft quarterbacks in the first 5 picks, because I think everybody still realizes I want to have that guy, because everything else you build around that guy, everything else is going to be a lot easier. Now, if Seattle is paying Sam Darnold $60 million a year, would they have been able to go out and pick up guys that they did on the defensive line and in special teams? Probably not. That, to me, is more of the intriguing part of it than saying you don't need to have a franchise quarterback, because I still believe that is the best way to give your team a chance to win every year.
Tausch, I am so glad you brought up defensive line and signing people, because the guy that was an addition to the football team for Seattle was DeMarcus Lawrence, who is older. He's in his mid-30s, but also he was seen as a leader on that defense. Now, Tausch, with that being understood, because anything over 30, Goody ain't touching. So are you taking a leave of absence from being the number one Goody stan?
Yeah, I think I've been fair to Goody for a while. I've been very critical of, some of the things that he's done the past, really. The picking up of Micah Parsons I thought was awesome, and I still do. But the way that we've left the special teams and, just in the last 4 years, that's Matt LaFleur and Goody. But there's no doubt the way the offensive line was handled the last 2 years, we went big in trying to rectify some things, and it didn't work. And this business is all about results. You can have all the processes you want. They were not good enough up front. We could probably say on both sides of the line of scrimmage, especially after Micah got hurt. And that does fall to Brian Gutekunst. So John Schneider, we talked about this yesterday, he deserves all the flowers. He's been to 3 Super Bowls. He's won 2, should have won 3. And he's done it in a way that I think has been unique, where the fact it's not one quarterback leading you. He's done it with different coaches and different players. And I think that is something I'm sure Green Bay is looking at, figuring out what formula is he using and how are we going to utilize at least some of those same mechanisms to try to get the Green Bay Packers back in a Super Bowl.
You think Goody is actually looking at what John Schneider did, and he's going to consider doing that?
Kyle, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, because I can tell you this. Every team, it doesn't matter, players, everybody will always look at the world champions and say, what was their secret sauce? That's why players from those teams get overpaid, because other teams want that in their locker room. They're going to study that film, and they're going to say, okay, what was the difference? How did they get from there to here? And they're not going to, I'm not saying Green Bay is going to redo everything and adjust how they approach, because John Schneider's from the same school that Brian Gutekunst is. They're not going to evaluate talent a ton different. I think maybe you'll just look at certain positions and maybe an emphasis schematically on what Seattle did. And yes, that is how this world works, is you see someone successful, you want to grab what you can and you want to steal ideas and you want to do, because everybody is trying to get to where Seattle's going to be having that parade tomorrow. That's what every team is looking for. And if you can just grab a little something, a little bit of the magic, you're looking to do it.
I just want to quickly say they traded DK Metcalf in the offseason. They signed Cooper Kupp, who's in his 30s. They re-signed Ernest Jones as well, and they also signed DeMarcus Lawrence, which, again, you're talking about 2 guys in their 30s. If Goody's not ready to do something like that where he's not willing to sign a veteran, then I don't know if the Packers can get over the hill with him as a GM.
I would not anticipate, and Jason and I had this discussion this morning with Elton Jenkins, I would not anticipate Goody all of a sudden going on a shopping spree of 30-plus-year-old guys. And I would think John Schneider in Seattle, there's a line, and I do think there's room for those guys. And do I think that maybe the Green Bay Packers have been almost too rigid in the fact that if you're over 30, we're not giving you a third contract? We saw it with Devontae back however many years ago that was. I do think you have to be open-minded enough to say not every player over 30 is washed. But as a whole, I do want my team young. I do.
Talking with Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ, host of Willie and Tausch here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Tauschi, when it comes to Rashan Gary, I know you can cut him and save money, and a lot of people are thinking, well, you can restructure him. At what point do you just say, hey, look, he's been around, we know what we're going to get. Why even restructure? Like, move on. Like, just move on, cut him, save some money on the cap. Some's going to go on the dead. I don't know how you can just go round and round. It feels like if you restructure him, you would be just doing the Jimmy Graham thing, or where you bring him back another year expecting something to change. When different than that, you've had him in your system since 2019.
Well, you heard Goody say he had 7.5 sacks and 60 pressures this season. That is nothing to sniff and say, just wipe away. But there's no doubt his end of the season wasn't good enough, and I'm sure everybody is thinking that and is seeing that. So I don't believe he'll be back. I don't think that there will be a restructure, but he's still – I know everybody will disagree and get up in arms. He did have some good production. It just happened to be earlier in the season. But I just get the sense, and listening to some of Micah Parsons' comments, whether it was at the Super Bowl or – after the season ended, I do get the sense that that's going to be a spot that they're looking to upgrade and get maybe a little bit younger, give Lucas Van Ness that opportunity. So I would be surprised.
What did
if
Micah
Rashan Gary's
say?
back in.
What did you hear from Micah that made you think that they're going to look to refresh that D-line?
Well, it was just about it was more about the snaps out there. You got to go full tilt. I'm not going to do a disservice and misquote Micah. We played that audio a bunch. I'm sure your wonderful producer Strophy's got that dialed up and can find that. It was. We were.
He didn't even flinch.
They were talking.
Didn't even flinch.
Didn't even go looking for it.
He threw his hands up like,
whatever. I'm not doing that. Tauscher can't remember. Whatever.
Well, he's not going to he's not going to misquote him.
Yeah.
He's not going to quote him. I don't even know what he's talking about. He could be making it up for all I know.
Go take a look after the season. The locker room cleanup. Micah Parsons had comments about the defense, and I think Wildy and I both were kind of thinking in that regard. He was discussing some things, and it felt like he didn't say Rashan Gary's name by or number, but listen to the quote, and it was, I thought, kind of eye-opening. So, yeah, I'm not going to misquote Micah.
No, thank you for the hand-holding. We now have given guidance to one Alex Strofe to see if he can dig it up with the
throws his arms up in the air. What is he doing?
Dude, he's the biggest complainer. He's a Gen Z. You would really be frustrated.
Hey, by the way, Jesse Nelson had the audio queued up. You guys.
Now the problem that I'll defend Strofe with here, Tauscher, is when we ask Jesse for things, we get it 24 hours later.
I asked Jesse for a clip from your show this morning 2 hours ago. Guess what? I still don't have.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and defend Jesse. I'm going to promise you that Strophy he's a hard charger. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, leave it at that because he's nodding his head up and down. Yeah. Real quick, Tauscher, before I talk about Gina Dell from Pella. 7 p.m. game Friday night. Ooh. Myself, Frank Kaminsky, Josh Gosser, Dan Fahey, doing the old debate of getting dinner before or after.
Cool. Ooh, that's easy for me. For you guys. You guys are not, old washed up dudes yet. You're still in your low 30s. So you go out and there's a great spot. You know exactly where I'm going to send you. You get those great steak sandwiches right after the game, right up on the Capitol. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, we did late night steak Sammys the other time, so we were going to maybe change it up. But
all right, well, change it up. You can get pizza. You don't want to be out there with the blue hairs, with us eating at 5 p.m. Game's over at 9.
I was starting to lean that I wanted to eat before the game, but now when you said that, I don't want to be with all the olds.
Yeah. I would. I'm surprised you asked that question. And 9 o'clock is not late. On a weekend.
I know. Just people are mid-30s now, so we're getting up there. It's not the same.
Where are we at? We had Gardo on, and we're promoting the documentary. I know you've done a great job of promoting it. It's the Stan Van Gundy joined us the other day. It's a powerful movie. Where are you at with this squad this year? Can we make a long run, or are we too limited defensively? Give me your quick analysis of where we're at.
They need to have a really good February. If they are an 8-9 seed, they will be knocked out by a 1 seed. The 1 seeds are too talented, and the bigs are too weak at Wisconsin to be able to get past a round of 32 at that 8-9 seed, which they're sitting at. So they need to get themselves into that 6-7 seed to give themselves a chance at the second weekend.
Okay. That's the analysis I'm looking for on your show.
He didn't even tell you they're going to make a run. They're not going to make a run. The answer was no.
We don't know. No, if you're a 6-7, you think you can make a run. Somebody can knock the one off. You never know.
Booth 420, Tauscher. Booth 420.
Yeah, Booth 420 at the Nari Home Improvement. Yeah, there's nothing more romantic than heading down to the Nari Home Improvement deal down there at the down in Milwaukee. There's nothing. So get to it.
We will get to it. Thanks, old T. Anything you need for your house, Pella Windows Doors is here for you year-round. Visit Pella at the Nari Spring Home Improvement Show, February 13th through the 15th at the Wisconsin State Fair. Booth 420 on Valentine's Day seems like a winner to me. If you see Gina, she might give you a smooch on the head and a nice discount for showing her love at Booth 420. Telling you, you might have the time of your life at Booth 420. The time of your life. So book your in-home consultation. Don't miss out on 0% financing for 4 years. Ends at the end of this month. Visit PellaWI.com. But most importantly, Booth 420 Nari Spring Improvement Home Show at the Wisconsin State Fair. Go see Gina. Before or after a 7 p.m. game? Now I got to send Tauscher's
7 p.m.
feedback.
Friday.
I got to send Tauscher's feedback to the group.
49 degrees.
Hey, they ain't got no women, and the women ain't got them.
Hey.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
You don't know about Glorilla?
You don't know about Glorilla?
You for real don't
You
know
really
about
want to align with him copying you?
No,
You don't know about you don't know about Glorilla?
You don't know about Glorilla?
everybody knows it's 7 p.m. Friday.
No, I don't.
99
degrees. I thought it was 99.
Maybe it might be 99. I don't know.
95? 95.
I ain't got no man, and no man got me.
Did you know when people say they don't know, singing it at them more and more doesn't make them remember something that they don't know?
We on the headlights twerking. We at the red lights twerking on the headlights. Let's go.
Nope.
Yeah, you know Glorilla.
Yeah, Glow.
Maybe Glorilla will be playing at those late night college bars in Madison if we gander out.
Oh, yeah, she
It'll
will
be a good time.
Glorilla.
Next.
Grammy nominee.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait,
What?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Tune in to KBN these next 2 weeks for your updates on the International Hockey Tournament. Whether your team is winning or losing, get ready because Screamin' Sicilian Tavern-style pizzas are now just $5.99 at Metcalf's February 12th through the 18th. We're talking thin, crispy crust, bold, piled high toppings, and unbeatable flavor in every bite. Win the gold with Screamin' Sicilian. More toppings, more flavor, more amore.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow. It's a great time to win the ultimate Valentine's Day prize, courtesy of Welke's Milwaukee Florist. To register, go to welkesdatenight.com or the ESPN Wisconsin app and click on the contest page for your chance to win a bouquet of flowers, candles, chocolates, rose petals, a $100 gift card to Bartolotta restaurants. You can also win a Milwaukee basketball game where they take on Toronto on February 22nd. Register to win this Valentine's Day, courtesy of Welke's Milwaukee Florist through February 12th. Go to welkesdatenight.com or the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin homes ask a lot of their windows and doors. They need to be ready for anything year-round. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, everything we do is built around quality and durability. You shouldn't have to make compromises to ensure you're comfortable at home. So right now, take advantage of 0% financing for up to 4 years. There's never been a better time to experience Pella in person and get all your questions answered. Join us at the Nary Spring Home Improvement Show, February 13th 14th through the 15th at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a free DesignWorks rendering. From design to installation, Pella's local experts are there to guide you every step of the way, helping you choose the right options for your home, your style, and your budget. Thanks to 0% financing for up to 4 years and our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your decision long after installation day. PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 2/28/2026.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Departments of Health Services, Transportation, and Justice.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Tauscher mentioned it. It's a wonderful thing that's going on in Madison. All ticket sales for a Road at Night, a documentary for Howard Moore, will go to his long-term care, the Marcus Point Cinema. I'll be there Thursday night. I believe that is close to sold out for a special panel and a special viewing, but there's also other panels February 13th after the documentary with the director John Roach and Howard's son Jarrell, thriving at Edgewood College.
That's excellent to hear. Excellent to hear.
Crazy journey for that young man.
Incredible.
Then on the 14th, you can have Stan Van Gundy, Rashard Griffith, and Andy Kilbride talking with you after the documentary. And the 15th, a conversation on faith, family, and healing. So it's a Road at Night chronicling Howard Moore and the 2019 tragedy that changed his family and his life forever. See it at Marcus Point in Madison. ARoadAtNight.com. ARoadAtNight.com to get your tickets and support and watch a powerful, powerful story. ARoadAtNight.com. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Bradley Nortman is out. Alex Strofe is running the show. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. You can listen to us anywhere, listen back. It's got links to YouTube. It's there for you, so download it so you have it at all times. Always love having Old T. Mark Tauscher, the Packers Hall of Famer.
He was good today.
He's always good.
Yeah, he was. He started off a little bit like he was not in the best of moods because he said something about a book. I was very confused about that. And he didn't want to dive into it.
So, I just moved on.
A book he was assigned or something like that.
Yeah.
Who's assigning a grown man books to read?
Maybe he's just mad about his own New Year's resolution to read a certain amount of books.
That was his resolution?
Hey, Strofe, how's yours going?
Not well.
Did you ever finish the one book that you were so ecstatic about? He said, oh my gosh, I'm reading about the history.
Kyle, he started reading a book and then he started quoting pages from the book from 40 pages in. Yeah. And now we haven't heard about the book, and it's February 10th.
200, and then I've just been busy. But Kyle, Tausch was using a figure of speech. He said, "Don't worry, you're not late. I changed what the clocks are in the book, in my book."
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It was still. He still sounded grumpy.
Yeah, it sounded like a
that
shot
I don't
at us.
disagree with. I'd be grumpy too if Ben Brust says, "Hey, I'd rather have a non-MVP quarterback than an MVP quarterback."
That's not.
It's not
what
the
he said.
thesis of the conversation.
I mean, it's pretty much the thesis.
No, it's not.
It's so far off, and I don't know how you settled on that. So far off. Look at Ben and I agreeing before he has to do it.
The thesis is you shouldn't have an MVP quarterback because you'll win the Super Bowl.
No, the thesis is the fact that you shouldn't put a lot of
emphasis
on having the MVP of the league.
If you have the MVP of the league, you have a better shot of having the 1 seed. And if you have the 1 seed, that means you have to play one less playoff game than everybody else.
But again,
you haven't found a correlation to that.
Oh, correlation guy. Huh?
No, you haven't.
Correlation is
the last 15 years, the regular season MVP has not won a Super Bowl other than Patrick Mahomes. My overall point is, for the Packers' sake, that is a good thing that if Sam Darnold was able to win this last year's Super Bowl, and Jordan Love is better than Sam Darnold, if Goody can work off of the fact that he has a really great quarterback, Micah Parsons, and build a team, it doesn't matter if Jordan Love's winning the MVP or not. It's about the team, and if they can put it together at the end, start winning games at the right time, and play their best football at the end.
So if you do
But
realize,
we've spent the last 48 hours saying how the Packers are nowhere near the Seahawks in terms of defense and pass rush and special teams. Therefore, Jordan Love would need to play at an MVP level to overcome that.
So if you do realize,
MVP level is different than winning the MVP. Again, he just needs to be a great quarterback. He doesn't need to be the MVP.
Strofe doesn't realize the last 7 league MVPs have not been in a Super Bowl.
That's incorrect because Patrick Mahomes won the MVP like 3 years ago.
In 2022?
23 was the only year that has happened in the 15 years. But your overall point remains correct.
Oh, okay. So this 2022 Super Bowl. Oh, that was the 2022,
23 Super Bowl, yes.
Okay, so I'm sorry. 6 of the last 7.
6-7, yeah.
Didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Matt Ryan went to the, was that more
6
than
or 7
ago?
years. Yeah, that was. I was saying I was very specific.
Oh, you were very specific because Matt Ryan went to the Super Bowl.
We can say in the Roaring 20s.
I guess I just don't understand the argument of saying, you shouldn't want the MVP.
No, the argument is you shouldn't put that much of an emphasis on if your quarterback wins the MVP or not, because that doesn't correlate to you actually going to a Super Bowl or winning a Super Bowl. That's all.
It probably could mean as well that your quarterback is taking away from the deficiencies and playing at such a high level that they're winning because of the quarterback, and the team may not be as good behind him.
Right, and that's the Aaron Rodgers effect. But the point that I'm trying to make is you would rather have the MVP than not the MVP every year.
But it does, just because you have the MVP does not mean you're going to go to the Super Bowl. That's a point blank period.
And it doesn't mean you're going to be the number.
It doesn't. Bill Belichick as head coach doesn't.
It also doesn't mean you're going to be the number.
Correlation.
It also doesn't mean you're going to be the number 1 seed.
Won a lot of Super Bowls though.
What's that?
It also doesn't mean you're going to be the number 1 seed.
But you have a better chance of being
not necessarily.
The MVP.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. And just because you win the MVP doesn't mean you're going to lose the Super Bowl.
Actually, if you do the math, statistically speaking, you're probably pitching at
this correlation is not as corollary as you're claiming.
What's 1 divided by 15, Strofe?
A pretty small percentage. Like 6%.
6.5.
That's 6%. So you mean to tell me if I had to pick between 6% and 94%, which one are you taking?
I mean,
yeah, okay.
There it is.
But there's the flaw in your argument. There's the flaw in your argument. You just said you would rather not have the MVP.
I would rather have an opportunity 90. I would rather have the field. That's what it is.
You would
rather
not have the MVP than the MVP. That's
versus the field. MVP versus the field.
Based off 15 years of data, I'm going to take the data.
Okay, you'd rather have Jay Cutler than Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not what we're saying. You're moving the goalposts for the sake of your argument.
I'd rather have this year. I'd rather have Sam Darnold and Drake May.
You'd rather have Sam Darnold than Matthew Stafford.
The Matthew Stafford team.
Then you just don't know ball, and I can't help you.
No, I mean,
fine. It looks like Kyle wants to win a Super Bowl more than Strofe based off the data and the numbers.
He likes individual stuff. That's what he likes.
Not worried about the team, just worried about the star player.
How did all them MVPs help us get to the Super Bowl as a Packers fan?
He won the MVP months after he won the Super Bowl.
But the point was when he played at a
when he played in 2011. They won 15-1
the following season. And
same calendar year.
And what do we change the data? And how did that season end, Stroke?
It's about the season.
I can change the data. Patrick Mahomes won 2 of his MVPs off of Super Bowls.
And how many more?
Same calendar year.
No, don't do the same calendar year. It's about the season.
Tom Brady won the MVP in 2017. He won the Super Bowl in 2016.
Just stop arguing. No, don't even let him. He's an idiot.
He won
an MVP. No,
I'm
not an idiot. I want a good quarterback.
Stroke, we all want
We're not saying that you don't have to have a good quarterback, you idiot.
How many Super Bowls did Aaron Rodgers win after he won a league MVP? How many did he go to?
None. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you want great players.
You want great quarterbacks, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win a Super Bowl. And we have evidence here locally and of the last 15 years. I have to get to over-under. It's 309.
You mean, are you smarter?
Or are you smarter than Ben Brust? Josh DiMaggio, I love you, Josh. So please call back.
It's going to be team Mr. Irrelevant / Jen, Gabe, and Chewy versus Ben and Kyle. KBN.
We need to go to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust in 2 minutes.
He's the producer. What are you doing?
No, I'm not. You're now hurting the show.
No,
the whole second hour.
You're allowing this to happen?
Yes, he let his own mouth and brain talk over this entire segment to not get us to where we needed to go because he just wanted to scream and yell, I can move the calendar here. 800-990-3776 is the number to be caller number 10 in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Caller 10, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. For caller 10, I'm 2-2-1 on the year. 500. Not in a losing record. That is a miracle. And I want to keep that miracle alive. 800-990-3776. Caller 10, next.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing up the third tournament of the season with another can't-miss event and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Olson, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the iconic TPC Scottsdale, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious state-of-the-art simulator. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and teams must get their round in by February 28th. Your chance to take on TPC Scottsdale starts today at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is Kyle Brust and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. Ben Brust is somewhere in the hallways hiding. Brad Nortman is doing what Brad Nortman does. Alex Strofe behind the glass, and it's time for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Strofe, I do recall you telling me the guy's name because he's from an interesting town. And I was just so focused on getting Ben up out of here because we're so late. Ben was like, "Oh, I forgot to get out of here." Who was the contestant?
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that fits your needs at lakeland.edu. Also sponsored by Geist Garage Doors, your local trusted garage door company for over 70 years. Don't think twice. Call Geist.
It is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? And today we have Adam in Helensville, who's joining us here to compete against Ben Brust. Adam, what's happening?
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. Where is Helensville?
Helensville is kind of south of Oconomowoc area.
Oh, wow. That's close.
It's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's like there's 300 people that live in the town, so it's pretty small.
Well, we're going to see if not only are you smarter than Ben Brust, but if you are the town smarty there in Helensville on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust and how this works. You have 15 questions in 90 seconds. You can say skip or pass if you do not know, and we will come back to that one if time allows for it in the end. Do you have any other questions for me, Adam?
No.
All right, Adam, here we go. Are you ready?
Ready.
We'll start the clock in 3, 2, 1. Which two cities in Italy are currently co-hosting the Winter Olympics?
Pass.
The term QWERTY refers to the layout of what object?
The term what?
QWERTY.
QWERTY? Oh, a keyboard.
Who was the longtime leader of Cuba until 2008?
Castro. Fidel.
What amendment abolished slavery in the United States?
The 17th.
What country did Vietnam gain independence from in 1954?
Pass.
Who wrote Fahrenheit 451?
Philip K. Dick.
What ocean is between Africa and Australia?
Ocean between Africa and Australia. Indian Ocean.
What band released the album Abbey Road?
The Beatles.
What kitchen tool is used to strain pasta?
A colander.
What TV show features a coffee shop called Central Perk?
Pass.
What continent contains the Amazon rainforest?
South America.
Who painted The Last Supper?
Da Vinci.
Who was the only U.S. president to resign from office?
Nixon.
What is the name of the largest bone in the human body? You got time to answer it.
The femur, I want to say.
Okay, I say that's a good answer. How'd he do?
Really well. That's a 9 spot. Ben's done.
Wow, QWERTY. I asked Stroke before the show. Well, yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, I feel good about this one. I actually personally kind of was cheering for Ben Brust because I didn't really like the attitude Alex Stroke was giving him, KBN Nation. But hey, you know what? Always happen when KBN Nation wins. Oh, wait a minute. The computer.
Good job. Good job. Nice memory. Nice memory.
Ben said, I got
it.
Like you haven't cheated before.
Haven't.
Oh, yeah, never.
Okay. You and Strofe, you guys the Pickle Boys maybe are best friends because you both seem to lie about things. He said, because I haven't. What?
Yeah, he's cheated more than anybody. Like, he's cheated more than Belichick.
Wow.
More than Barry Bonds.
Well, then I'm really bad at cheating because at least those guys won.
That's a great point.
Close your laptop.
It's black.
Okay.
You can see it.
Oh, no, that's cool. I trust you. All right, Ben Brust.
Oh, do you? You didn't when I walked
No, I trust you.
Speaking of lying.
Yeah.
No, I trust you on the computer, not on this. I mean, I know that's up. All right, Ben Brust, are you good? You ready to go? All right, well, you already know what it is. 15 questions, 90 seconds. You can say skip or pass, and we will come back if time allows for that.
Might have to sneeze. Hang on.
Okay, go ahead, get it out.
Hey!
Woo!
Bless you. All right, I'm ready.
All right, well, the sneeze might have worked, but I don't know if you're going to win today. But here we go. 90 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Which two cities in Italy are currently co-hosting the Winter Olympics?
Milan and Sicily.
The term QWERTY refers to the layout of what object?
Pass.
Who was the longtime leader of Cuba?
Fidel Castro.
What amendment abolished slavery in the United States?
18th.
What country did Vietnam gain independence from in 1954?
China?
Who wrote Fahrenheit 451?
What? Pass.
What ocean is between Africa and Australia?
Pacific.
What
the Indian Ocean.
What band released the album Abbey Road?
The Beatles.
What kitchen tool is used to strain pasta?
A strainer.
What TV show features a coffee shop called Central Perk?
Friends?
What continent contains the Amazon rainforest?
Africa?
Who
painted South America.
Who painted The Last Supper?
Da Vinci.
Who was the only United States president to resign from office?
Hoover.
What is the name of the longest bone in the human body?
The femur.
What is the official currency of Japan?
The yen.
Who wrote Fahrenheit 451?
I don't know what that is.
Well, you know what Fahrenheit? The term QWERTY refers to the layout of what object?
A trumpet?
Okay, that was close. That wasn't bad. You didn't do bad.
Hey, Ben, do me a favor. There's a keyboard right in front of you. Read me the letters from left to right, top left corner.
Escape?
No.
That's left to right.
The letters, not the
F1, F2, F3.
Those are numbers.
the
letters.
Boy, I bet your parents like, stop being stupid.
Q?
Yeah.
Keep going.
WERTYUI.
No, stop after the Y. Say that word. Q through Y.
QWERTY?
And Kyle, read the question again.
The term QWERTY refers to the layout of what object?
Keyboard.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
That's stupid.
True. I thought it was.
Oh,
stupid.
no, that's a good question.
I thought it was stupid too.
That was a good question.
What was the result? Like 9-7?
9-8.
9-8.
Damn, close. Yeah.
Lost by 1.
You did good.
My brain is hot in 2026.
Yeah, you did good. I was very, very, very proud of you.
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is brought to you by Lakeland University, Wisconsin's leader in flexible, personalized education. Whether you're just starting college, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland lets you earn your degree your way. Lakeland University, experience it your way. And also by Geist Garage Doors. For 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice. Call Geist.
All right. Do we do the questions now?
Fire away.
All right, here we go. Which two cities in Italy are currently co-hosting the Winter Olympics? You got Milan. The next one is called Cortina.
Never.
Not me either. The term QWERTY, we already got to that. That's keyboard. Who was the longtime leader of Cuba until 2008? That is Fidel Castro. What amendment abolished slavery in the United States? That would be the 13th Amendment.
Damn.
Yeah, shout out to that, man. I'm here because of that. Who knows where I would be?
Shouts to you.
Shout outs to me. What country did Vietnam gain independence from in 1954? You said China. Great answer. France, though. Remember, all these European countries were imperialized.
Yeah.
Who wrote Fahrenheit 451? Ray Bradbury. Yeah, you would have gotten that. What ocean is between Africa and Australia? You got it right. Indian Ocean. You came back to it. What band released the album Abbey Road? The Beatles. What kind of tool is used to strain pasta? You had it last week. Well, you didn't get it right. You said strainer again. Colander?
I'll never get that.
That's okay. What TV show features a coffee shop called Central Perk? Friends.
I don't even like Friends.
Yeah, me either. Don't like them in real life or the show. What continent contains the Amazon rainforest? You said South America. Spot on. Who painted The Last Supper? Da Vinci. Who was the only U.S. president to resign from office? That's a tough one, man. This could have got you the tie at least. Think about that one.
Eisenhower?
You said Hoover. Oh, my gosh. You just don't know. You don't know. Nixon. Richard Nixon.
Gosh, I should know that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, Watergate and all that. That was a big scandal. What is the name of the longest bone in the human body? Femur. And what is the official currency of Japan? Yen. You did well. The other guy did better.
Damn, one
Adam
more
in
would have felt
Helensville.
good to tie and be 2-2-2 on the year.
Yeah.
2-3-1.
That was good. I applaud you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was a valiant effort.
We got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across the
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm with you on moving on.
Yeah, move on. Like a bad relationship.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Things are improving on the roads after the morning commute. We are looking at one incident on 175 north at the ramp from 94 westbound. Could see some lane closures there due to debris in the roads, so be aware of that. But otherwise, things are moving pretty smoothly across the system. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. Your storm team forecast: partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a high of 37. Tonight, partly cloudy and a low of 23. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 32. And on Thursday, mostly cloudy, high 33 degrees. This report is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. In the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
Half of American parents cannot afford diapers. Hi, this is WTMJ's Kristen Bry. This spring, WTMJ and the Milwaukee Diaper Mission are teaming up to change that. Join me for WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies, where we will raise funds for Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Register to bowl with us on March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls. Registration is now open. Go to WTMJCares.com to sign up. Act quickly, teams will fill up fast. It's WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies to help the Milwaukee Diaper Mission.
You've already put in the work.
Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while you're out here showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day, your home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
If you're into muskie fishing, the Muskie Expo is the place to be this coming weekend, the 13th through the 15th, where you'll find an excellent assortment of everything muskies, held at the Washington County Fair Park. Find out more at muskieexpo.com.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
New partner alert!
Oh, wow!
Bank CMG. Hopefully you've been hearing Greg Gard talk about Bank CMG, a local community bank in Wisconsin. And let me tell you, I've been waiting for the right bank to switch over to, and I've made the perfect decision. Not only is it community-based, local, in the Wisconsin area, go to bankcmg.com or stop by a local branch, but they provide so many different services. One that I'm in the process of right now is an all-in-one loan. And the co-hosts of this show are sick of me talking about it, but the product is so unique and interesting of how much money I could save on interest and pay down principal just by doing the all-in-one mortgage. It's an all-in-one checking account that helps pay down interest, but more importantly, principal, so you are earning more equity on your home. And for my situation, in a starter home, are you kidding me? To be able to pay off early on and doing this all-in-one versus a traditional 30-year, your early payments of a home, they're going interest. When you have this all-in-one, you're paying down your principal by simply just having deposits go into that all-in-one checking account with Bank CMG. So bankcmg.com to learn more. I'm telling you, you got to learn about this all-in-one product. Bankcmg.com or stop by a local branch and tell them that I sent you. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Bradley Nortman is out. Alex Strofe is running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Liss is more. Chris chimes in after a QWERTY question was asked. The QWERTY trumpet is my favorite instrument. Smooth, mellow sounds. I was so dumb that I went and looked up if there was such thing as a QWERTY trumpet on Google, and it sent me right back to the keyboard. So QWERTY is QWERTY on a keyboard.
I didn't like the question. They didn't like the question.
Big M, just a quinky dink.
I think he's looking for coinky dink coincidence.
Strofe gave away the 13th Amendment answer earlier in the show. Did you?
I did. You called. You said you owned me, so I dropped the 13th Amendment.
You did.
And it was not a quinky dink. I went in Kyle's ear immediately and said I did that on purpose to see if you were listening, which of course you were not.
No, I remember that now.
Would you have connected it?
No. I would not have.
You went about 5 amendments too late. 18th Amendment.
I would like to play some audio here on Kyle Brust Nortman, and it is of a really important person. Myself. Yesterday, I don't know how we got here. I think, again, it all ties back to watching Seattle and watching production and watching a defensive unit work as one to accomplish the ultimate goal. Got me so frustrated thinking about even the idea of restructuring Rashan Gary. Restructure, deal or not, get rid of Rashan Gary. It's not even a discussion, right? When you see production,
yeah, exactly.
When you see production throughout their entire defensive line, and then look at, I think you looked this up. He's still a top 16 paid edge rusher in the NFL. Like we've been there, we've done that, we've seen him. Like you can't move on too late. You got to start looking at how you can make your roster better. And I stand by that. And I put it out on social media, and I'm fascinated by the amount of people that thinking restructuring is a good idea. You can save about $11 million in cap space. Sure, there's going to be some dead cap money, but even at a restructured deal, I don't know if I want him a part of my team anymore, right? Like, you know what you're going to get out of him. And even on a restructured deal, do you think you're going to get more out of him? He's been the same player since 2019, he had to sit behind the Smith brothers and got limited time his rookie year. Then he's been a bulk sack guy. Then he tore his ACL. Then he's been a bulk sack guy. And then he did the disappearing act this second half of the season. Couldn't get a sack. Couldn't get a tackle for loss. Everyone was questioning his effort on plays when he was out of reach. He didn't stay with the plays. Like, I just don't know if I want that guy on my defense.
Yeah, it's all about playing up to your level of value. And so when I look at a great example is Kingsley Enagbare. For what the Green Bay Packers paid him last season, he lived up to his value. But for what you paid Rashan Gary, he didn't live up to that value. So actually, I'm actually in the restructure camp where because Rashan Gary is a good player. He is just not a field tilting player.
He can win one-on-one battles, Kyle.
But if you cut his salary what it is, he can be a guy where it's like, all right, well, I don't expect him to be the guy. I'm expecting him to be a contributor, a role player.
My fear is when you think about Rashan Gary, even in a restructured deal, you will always remember him as a 13th overall pick. You will always remember him of what he was thought you were capable, what you thought he was capable of doing, which is not what we got from a result standpoint. So if he couldn't live up to the value of the contract he's on now, why, when getting older after the season he had, would he live up to a contract even restructured? As Chris chimes in and said, just move on from the jabroni.
If we free up some money, because at the end of the day, the issue we have with Rashan Gary, and as Tauscher talked about it, Goody tried to nitpick as well, even though a lot of these pressures weren't quick pressures, but he still has 7.5 sacks this year. No, wait a minute. Okay, if he's making $7 million a year, or whatever it be, I have no idea what it would be, what they would restructure. If he makes $7 million, $8 million a year, he gives you 7.5 sacks, he gives you all those pressures, you're like, okay, he's living up to what he's being paid for. But when you're being paid to perform at a higher level, that's when the issues come. I don't care if you're a former first-round pick.
What about a culture standpoint?
Hold on. Everybody hold on.
Well, he was a leader in the locker room.
Oh, yeah? How did that go?
Kyle.
How did that go in the last 5 games when Micah was out?
I don't think you're allowed to use the 7.5 sack statistic.
Why is that?
Are you aware how many sacks Rashan Gary had
in the first 8 games?
From Halloween on.
The answer would be as many as Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, and Ben Brust combined.
And all of KPN Nation.
And all of everybody listening, you too.
Well, you don't know that. Micah Parsons listens.
Oh, could be true.
Baron Sorrell's dad listens.
99 will shine, yeah.
99 will shine. So not all of KBN Nation, but most of KBN Nation, your point is correct. Are you aware how many tackles for loss he had from Halloween on?
I would assume he probably had less than 4.
He had less than 4 because the answer is 0.
Damn, that's tough.
So
that's very unproductive.
The 7.5 sack thing is great if Micah Parsons is there. Well, and he should be for most of the season.
I want to change this conversation to something Alex Strofe brought up.
All right.
Because I saw we need bad dudes, not just a guys. You know where I was going there?
Yeah.
We need pips. We need playoff impact players. He's not a playoff impact player at whatever level he's being paid. That's why I want to move on.
Okay.
That's why.
No, I mean, again, the way I look at it is I think
I keep him for $2 million.
He's going to get more than $2 million.
Then I don't want him.
I mean, again, I think the biggest thing is that fans have to shift their expectations if they were to restructure. Because when you restructure a deal because you're not living up to where it is. Some people restructure in order to save money and they move money around. This will be a restructure because you're not living up to that contract.
And he won't live up to that one, too, and we'll be like, why did we do this?
So if he was making $8 million a year, he has, well, it's still, the last end of the season was rough. Like, not being able to have sacks. I did not know he had 0 TFLs as well, that's rough. That is absolutely rough.
That's no impact.
But in my mind, if you're paying a guy a certain amount of money, it's not about where he got drafted. It's about what your expectations are from him. We're not expecting him to be a field tilter. We're not expecting him to be a game changer.
Go get someone else with the same money that actually has interest in getting to the quarterback.
Sure. I mean, again, 7.5 sacks is still
7.5 pre-Halloween.
Yeah, pre-Halloween. Again, it's incredible.
Didn't we just have a conversation on if your quarterback is good and your team is playing at a high level at the end and you're getting the defensive pressure?
So just to be clear, you guys are saying, say the Packers were to free up money and you're able to bring in another serviceable guy, right? To go along with Rashan Gary and Micah Parsons. You wouldn't be happy to bring in somebody else that could be a good player on the defensive line?
I think what we're missing is there is a cap in the NFL. And Micah Parsons is the highest paid edge rusher in the NFL. Rashan Gary is 13th.
Well,
how many other teams do you think have two of the highest paid edge rushers, two of the top 20 paid edge rushers? How many other teams do you think have two in the top 20?
And that is exactly why Rashan Gary is potentially going to get cut or be
I have the
restructured.
answer. I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, he's asking you a question.
How many do you think? How many other teams other than the Packers do you think have two of the top 20 paid edge rushers in the NFL this past season?
I would say none.
That is the correct answer. There are 0 other teams. The other 18 guys represent 18 different teams in the top 20.
Yeah, again,
Corey, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line of Rashan Gary. Keep it tight for me if you can.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? It's been a while. Cut bait with him, man. Cut bait with him. Cut bait with him. Try to see what you can do with his salary. Just cut bait with him.
Cut bait with him. I'm with it. I don't know. I don't want to watch the same thing we've been seeing. I don't care what value. Like it's sometimes new blood with a new defensive coordinator might also be good too. This would be his 3rd defensive coordinator with the Green Bay Packers. I'm done with Rashan. I'm just #done. Done. Okay? Done, Kyle.
No, I get it. I understand.
Done.
I understand why people are done with him. I get it.
Is Josh DiMaggio going to call back in, Alex Strofe? We'll see if he does. Plus, we got a whole lot more on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And that Alex Strofe, you look like you had something to say.
Brewers! On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Things are improving on the roads after the morning commute. We are looking at one incident on 175 north at the ramp from 94 westbound. Could see some lane closures there due to debris in the road, so be aware of that. But otherwise, things are moving pretty smoothly across the system. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. Your storm team forecast: partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a high of 37. Tonight, partly cloudy and a low of 23. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 32. And on Thursday, mostly cloudy, high 33 degrees. This report is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
Many wins. Many wins. Waiting at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This February, you could break the bank and get down with a share of $300,000 in prizes. Bust out your rewards card and play to earn entries. It all goes down with Thursday drawings. Break the bank. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
We need to optimize the PID controller for smoother robotic movements.
Our data analysis shows a significant correlation between the variables in both control groups.
The test shows you've experienced an acute myocardial infarction.
As you'll see on the syllabus, this course will largely focus on the Mesozoic era.
Get your child the access every child deserves. Enroll your K through 8th grade child by February 28 at Milwaukee College Prep, mkeprep.com/enroll.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Kessler's gives you diamond choices that no one else can give you.
We have all the colors and clarities and carat weights of diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers, newborn created diamonds.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Tell them what an anniversary diamond is, Monica.
An anniversary diamond can be twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Why twice as big?
Every diamond makes a statement.
Okay.
The anniversary diamond says, I love you twice as much today as the day I married you.
Now tell them about our miraculous no small print warranty.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate.
We've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
At Associated Bank, we thought about speaking like other banks with hoity-toity names like Total Privilege Pay or something. But we don't speak bankish, we speak your language. When we say 2-day early pay, we mean you get paid 2 days early. $50 overdraft grace zone? That's a grace zone of up to $50 if overdrafts happen. And maintenance fee free account? Well, that speaks for itself. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/you-got-this. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're looking to grow in 2026, you know what to do. It's go to the Princeton Club locally in Milwaukee. One workout equals one meal in February. For every check-in in the month of February, one meal will be donated to the New Berlin Food Pantry. That's a win. Madison locations, they provide everything you need to be successful. But just know, if you're looking to grow, the best way to do that is having a foundation of a healthy body, and your growth starts from there. They have everything you need. Workout classes, personal training, great health clubs, clean health clubs, saunas, steam rooms, you name it, they have it. Join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. So, Kyle Wallace posed a question to me.
Oh, yes.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day? And I knew how this was going to go.
What do you mean you knew how it was going to go?
I said, you know what? We've been running around. We were just in Montana at a funeral, had this, had that. You name it.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot. Christmas, 8 Christmases, her family, her family's family, her family's family, my family's family. Gifts galore.
Spoiled child.
Let's just do dinner. I'll cook, no gifts. She goes, you know what? I love that.
Ooh.
I love that.
And
it's the old adage, right? That if you say you're not going to do gifts, they still are going to be upset if you don't get a gift.
Oh, okay. Closed mouths don't get fed.
So we go about 5 minutes after we agree on the terms of Valentine's Day. Well, you still got to get me flowers. I said, I agree, but it didn't have to be said. Maybe it did because I probably wouldn't have got her flowers.
Yeah.
But you can't. Why can't it just be
Let me tell you a story.
Oh, God.
What knowledge and wisdom do you have?
Years and years worth. So way back when, it was my first serious girlfriend. I was in high school. I was 16 years old.
So we're about to get advice from a 16-year-old Alex Stroh.
Did you just say your first serious girlfriend when you're in high school at 16, bro?
We did it for 4 years.
That doesn't matter. That's not serious.
So this was the first Valentine's Day we were together. I might have been 17, 18. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't remember, but it's super serious, Kyle.
Well, we were together for 4+ years, and I had my driver's license, so I was at least 16. And she told me one day, I don't like Valentine's Day. We're not doing Valentine's Day. I said, okay, we're not doing Valentine's Day. I don't really like Valentine's Day either. I think it's a Hallmark holiday. She hands me in the middle of the day a card and a picture frame. So something small, pictures of us and a card about how much she loved me. But then I felt like an ass because she told me no gifts. So then I left school and I went and I skipped class. Crazy. I drove to the nearest grocery store. I bought flowers and something. But from that moment forward, I've never been tricked again by a woman who says no gifts on Valentine's Day. Because here's the thing, Benny. 90% of women tell men, I don't want to do gifts on Valentine's Day, and they're always lying. That's what I've learned.
And the thing
I've
is,
had other girlfriends do that since.
I'm not lying. I don't want anything.
Yeah,
she goes. Well, she goes. Do you want? I was like, I don't want anything. I don't want anything.
Yeah,
don't buy me anything.
I told her. She said, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, Christmas just happened, and I mean, what do I need?"
Exactly.
I told her, "Do you save money? That's what I need. Just save money."
Want to know the worst part for me? Girlfriend's birthday is the 15th. It's Sunday.
Wow.
So I got a double dip. I got a double dip. Saturday, Valentine's Day, and Sunday, the birthday.
Well, the thing.
Dude, how do you live?
Christmas was
broke
6 weeks
boy.
ago. I'm out of ideas.
Well,
I'm out of ideas.
I mean, the great thing about it is you're off for months now.
Cameron says, Kyle, I married my high school sweetheart. It got serious.
Okay, yes, there are some.
There are one out of one out of a
real
million.
Judgmental.
Yeah.
Did you guys have high school girlfriends?
No.
Into college?
I had girls.
How
I
long
talked
were you
to
together?
in high school?
2.5 years.
Would you define that as serious?
Looking back, it seems like it in the moment, but definitely not.
But you would define that as your first serious relationship.
Sure, but it's not something I would use an example to the audience.
As a teenager.
That's when I discovered everybody's full of crap when it comes to them not wanting Valentine's Day presents.
Them?
I said everybody.
Them?
Everybody's full of crap.
No, you
said them not wanting Valentine's.
Here's the thing, Ben. You're going to get her flowers, and if she gets you nothing, I know there will be at least a moment in your head
No,
where you
there will
go,
be zero. I don't want anything.
I would put $100 on it right now. You're getting something for Valentine's Day.
I wouldn't. And I will
actually get something.
I will be mad.
But she's going to get you something.
Babe, I don't want anything. Don't give me anything.
Bad news. It's happening. Because it happens every year to men all across this country, despite the fact we all agree this holiday is stupid.
But a picture frame? Why do I want a picture frame?
People get fooled every year.
But
you just have to be smart.
Do you think relationships end because of Valentine's Day?
Yes, 100%. This is the end of cuffing period. Have you heard of cuffing period?
Oh, no,
yes, it's cuffing season, not period.
No.
There's my daily screw up.
Well, because for me, it's like when somebody asks me what I want and I tell them nothing and then they give me something I don't like, now I got to act like I
like it. I ain't good at faking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard me. You heard me, Kyle. I'm not good at it.
Well, Stroh, that picture frame is trash.
Did throw it in the trash when we broke up, yes.
Yeah, it's trash. So,
I had it for years.
Yeah, but it still was trash. I'm curious to know about this high school sweetheart. Do y'all get serious after high school, or is it like if you didn't marry at 19?
Yeah, I would say it's after high school.
Was he asking you or looking at me?
What are you asking?
I'm asking the talking text line, and also, I mean, you don't count because somebody who said they married their high school sweetheart. I just, for those who married their high school sweetheart, beautiful, but boy, oh boy, let me tell you, there's so many fish in the sea.
There's so many fish in the sea.
So many fish.
Bro, what are you doing to them right now?
I'm just saying. You can't only pick the first goldfish you saw.
But maybe he realized that goldfish was the best goldfish.
Hell,
how do you know it's the best goldfish without trying out other goldfish?
I've tried out other goldfish, so I'm not speaking from experience.
But I mean, it is a beautiful thing to hear about high school sweethearts.
Is it?
No, it is. No, I'm dead. I know some people, but they broke up, got back together.
23 years is a long time, Kyle. Cameron's been with his high school sweetheart for 23 years. That's longer than he was alive when they started dating.
No, that's awesome. That's amazing, Cameron. I'm happy for you.
Why do you sound a little disingenuous?
What do you mean? I'm happy for Cameron.
Are you?
Are you?
Yeah, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't have a high school sweetheart, so maybe I'm just jealous. I didn't love these girls.
Do I have to get more than flowers?
Yes, you do.
I mean, I don't think you need to go super overboard, though. Because if you explicitly had the conversation of nothing, I would go like flowers and chocolates.
But
Like and a card. And the card.
There it is.
I've forgotten cards.
The card is important.
The card.
Handwritten
Flowers.
card. How much you love her. Put your daughter's name
So
on
now
it.
what's turned into nothing has turned into flowers.
No.
And then she told me you also get flowers for your daughter.
But then also you got to give a card from the daughter.
From the
to
daughter,
mom.
yes.
So you got to get separate cards and get her some candy.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, but we're right.
Although I would say I would never survive being a woman, so I'd choose to be a man any day of the week.
Childbirth? Is that what you're referring to?
No, once a month, boy.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
A lot of different things.
A lot of different things.
I'll pass on that.
All right, let's go to break.
No, what are you scared of? Her hearing this?
break.
Now you care about the clock. Interesting.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I text Greg Scalzo, and I say, Greg, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late to work. I'm caught in an international conspiracy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
I would have liked to have seen the process go a little bit longer. I would have loved to have seen them evaluate. And then if it still comes back Gannon, great.
Wilde and Tauscher, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It did feel like there was maybe a little bit of a push. If you don't bring him in and get him done now, he's going somewhere else.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's never been a better time to experience Pella in person and get all your questions answered. Join us at the Neri Spring Home Improvement Show, February 13th through the 15th at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a free Design Works rendering. Rest easy with Pella's 10-year limited warranty and get 0% interest for up to 48 months. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Now, we all experience daily struggles, and with so many concerns to be conscious of, breathing should not be one of them. Mark Tauscher here for Advent, and if you're like me and have had snoring issues, sinus problems, or difficulty breathing, then you'll want to meet the team at Advent. The team of Advent specialists have a few simple steps to help evaluate your individual limitations and get you back to breathing well. Since Advent addressed my snoring and nasal breathing issues, I feel great. I've never slept better, and my wife Sarah is incredibly appreciative. The team of Advent specialists listened to my struggles, found the best solution for me, and customized it to my needs. Take my word for it and go to adventknows.com to learn more about simple solutions to snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems. And schedule your appointment today, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Beloit Memorial Senior Guard Amari Herford. Herford was named one of the 10 semifinalists for the WBCA Mr. Basketball Award, recognizing him as one of the top senior players in Wisconsin. The honor comes after another dominant performance where Herford poured in 41 points in a 93-29 win over Milwaukee Riverside. He recently crossed the 2,000-point career milestone and has been one of the most productive guards in the state all season, averaging 37.1 points per game. The 6'2" guard also contributes 9.1 rebounds and 5.9 assists per game, consistently filling up the stat sheet night after night. Herford's play has helped Beloit Memorial surge to a 14-2 record as the Knights continue their push toward the postseason. Congrats to Amari Herford, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is your last day for BOGO at Pick and Save and Metro Market, ending the end of the day today. Buy one, get one, Scream Sicilian, frozen pizzas. More toppings, more flavor, more amore. For only 1 week, and that week is ending, so stock up. Tavern style, Screaming Sicilian OG frozen pizzas. Buy one, get one. Metro Market and Pick and Save. And stay tuned for the 414 Hour at 4 as our Palermo's giveaway continues. We're giving away 12 spots for the International Men's Hockey Tournament. And the winner of that will win a grand prize of 12 pizzas from Palermo's and a nice insulated cooler. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, no Brad Nortman. Spent a lot of time trying to figure out the path for the Green Bay Packers to win the Super Bowl. And the numbers would say that of the last 15 years, only one regular season MVP has gone on to win the Super Bowl. That was 2022 season, 23 Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes. So, do you want to be the 94%? Or do you want to be the 6%? Strofe wants to be the 6%. Kyle and I want to be the 94%.
Yeah, I've been the 6% before multiple times.
With
Aaron Rodgers, not saying I don't want to trade. I would trade in Aaron Rodgers' season, but what I would trade it in is for whoever won a Super Bowl those years, right? And again, this isn't saying you don't want a MVP caliber type player. It just means that we put so much weight in, is he going to win the MVP or not, where it doesn't matter whether or not he's going to win the MVP. Is he playing at a level where people are saying, wow, he's playing well? And I think Jordan would love, especially going into Denver in the first half, after the first half of that game.
He was playing at the caliber that he needed to in order for them to compete for a championship.
He was in that conversation. And so the whole point is you need a guy playing at a high level, but it doesn't, just because you don't win the MVP doesn't mean your player or your team doesn't have a shot at winning the Super Bowl. And I think that's the most important takeaway, is that you want to have a great quarterback, but it's more important to have.
But you don't want them to be great.
No, you don't need them to win a Super. You don't need them to you don't need them to win an MVP.
It's such a dumb argument.
But why is something dumb when it's real?
Because you're literally saying, hey, I want you to cap your greatness. I want a great quarterback, but I don't want them to be super great because that actually hurts their chances to win a Super Bowl when there's no correlation.
Nobody's saying that. We're saying that
you just said you want a great quarterback.
The emphasis,
but you don't want them to be great.
The emphasis doesn't need to be as high on you actually winning the MVP
I'm
that
not
season.
Sitting here and saying Jordan Love needs to win the MVP to win the Super Bowl. That's not what I'm arguing.
Sounds like you are.
I am arguing against the idea that if you win the MVP, that's a bad thing.
I guess YouTube has a lot of high school sweethearts in there. Matthew, BZB.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Somebody said Kyle was two-player. I mean, not even that, man. I just like playing the field. Back in the day. Not no more.
Not no more.
Not no more. I gave that up years ago. 2020.
This is the year of marriage.
It is a year of marriage. Me.
Wow, you're getting close.
Bro, yes.
We're back in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, I'll be talking to Kyle about how nervous he is next.
Things are improving on the roads after the morning commute. We are looking at one incident on 175 north at the ramp from 94 westbound. Could see some lane closures there due to debris in the road, so be aware of that. But otherwise, things are moving pretty smoothly across the system. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. Your storm team forecast: partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a high of 30. 37. Tonight, partly cloudy and a low of 23. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 32. And on Thursday, mostly cloudy, high 33 degrees. This report is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no-tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
Disney on Ice presents Frozen and Encanto in one exciting family experience. Sing along with Anna and Elsa in wintry Arendelle. And celebrate the power of love, y familia, with Mirabel and Bruno in the show everyone will be talking about, live in your hometown. Playing Fiserv Forum this week. Great seats still available. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details.
Valentine's Day is almost here, and Cousin Subs has the perfect sweet treat. Our limited-time chocolate strawberry shake mixes rich chocolate and sweet strawberry flavor into one creamy, indulgent sip. Share it on a date, or enjoy it just for you. But hurry, it's only available through February 15th. Order in store, online, or in the app today. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
414.
Yeah.
414.
Yeah.
414.
Okay.
414.
Let's get it.
414.
The city.
414.
On the back.
414.
All day.
414.
All night.
414.
We rep.
414.
Let's go.
414.
It's the
414.
Hour at
4.
KBN. I sound white. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace,
What else
no
you supposed to
Brad
sound like?
Nortman.
Norwegian? I guess that's
Just
white.
be you, man.
I was, and just that
You still
414.
don't have, we're 2 weeks into this with you involved. and
I don't
you're
like
still
being
not getting
involved.
it. You're still not getting it.
I
We
feel
need
so
Brad
uncomfortable.
back. Brad loves it.
He does. He sure
gets it
does.
out.
He sure does.
Father Brad has got a lot more swag.
He does.
Shout
Good
out
point.
to the Wisconsin women's hockey Badgers. 3 of them scored today.
Oh,
5-0,
wow.
beating Canada. Now, they're not in the elimination rounds yet, but noteworthy.
Did Layla score?
She sure did.
Good for her.
What about the rest of the Badgers? What about the rest of the Badgers? You don't care about the other two Badgers?
I don't know who else is on the team. I mean, when you're the first black woman to ever play for the Olympic team, you get a little extra love from me and knowledge from folks in certain communities.
Ricardo in Canada, you're on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line.
Guys, how y'all doing? Long time no talk. Everything good?
Everything's great.
How are you doing?
Man, living the dream. It's cold as hell up here, but we get by every day.
Yeah.
Now, I love you guys, but man, you guys are just out to lunch with this whole MVP and team talk. You guys are missing the most important part about everything. The Super Bowl has always and continues to always come down to health. It's always been about health. Seattle, everyone's comparing Seattle. Seattle was a super healthy team.
Yeah.
And they literally had no injury. Our team, if they had half of the top 8 players not injured, we probably would have been to the NFC Championship at least. Everyone's talking about Goody, how we're so far behind. We're not that far behind. We're missing Tom. Like, you guys don't know who we're missing. Like, I think it comes down to health, and obviously you have to be hot. Look at New England. Denver had the best team, but they had one key injury. And what happened to them? They missed out on the big game. Health is a major factor when it comes to football. And it's unfortunate this year we got hit in the worst possible stages, but that's when you want the MVP quarterback. If Sam Darnold didn't have 3 or 4 of his players, you can't put it on Sam Darnold's shoulders. That's the difference. He was healthy. God bless him. Don't lose us the game. That couldn't happen with us. You know what I mean? That's where it comes down to. It's always been about health.
MVP quarterback or not, I hear you, Ricardo, but MVP quarterback or not, the way the Packers' offensive line was playing, it didn't matter if you're an MVP or not. It would have been really hard against great defenses every round in the playoffs to advance.
The defense would have held it. The defense would have closed out games if we had Micah. That's the difference. That one player, was the foundation to everything.
Are you saying they were one player away from a Super Bowl?
Pardon me?
Were they one healthy Micah Parsons away from a Super Bowl last year?
They're one healthy player, one healthy Micah Parsons, and one competent returner, either punt or kick returner away from the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, and I tell you that.
That
100%.
The returner was not going to happen. But I think the biggest piece is that even if you had Zach Tom healthy on the offensive line was still struggling. It was struggling with Elton Jenkins there too. And what you saw is when you have holes in your offensive line, they get exposed in those big moments by really good teams. And I fully believe. And again, before the playoffs started, I thought the Packers maybe had a chance against Seattle, and I should say before they had that long losing streak, I was like, okay, they can take on the Rams, they can take on Seattle. But then once they had the losing streak, I lost its luster. And then in that Bears game, I think the Packers defense got exposed in the playoffs. Offense got exposed in the playoffs, where if a team were to be able to send pressure, they would be able to get to not sack Jordan Love, but put immense pressure on Jordan Love, making him very uncomfortable and take away the run game.
Looking forward here. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Stroh for the show. 800-990-3776, Carbless Talk and Text Line. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Of course, you have the ESPN Wisconsin app. Which of these scenarios do you trust more? Goody nailing the draft or Matt LaFleur? Just Goody drafting or Matt LaFleur in a close game?
I actually trust Matt LaFleur in a close game more than I trust Goody, which is crazy. Because Goody, I guess he's nailed some drafts, and Matt LaFleur hasn't just failed in all close games.
What?
I don't think it's close, and it's the other way.
No, I think you're simply basing it off some of the games. So we're going to.
What do you mean some of the games? There were 6 games and other situations beyond this season.
Matt LaFleur, in his tenure as the head coach of the Packers, has lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playoff games.
But you said winning
I think
close
4
games.
of them are directly his fault in close games.
You said winning close games. I still think Matt LaFleur's won a lot of close games.
Most of those 6 games are close in the playoffs.
Okay, so you're talking about just playoffs, you're not just talking about in general.
No, but obviously it's heightened in the playoffs. But yeah, we can use other examples of the regular season.
They got boat raced by Tampa his first year, so I don't think that's his fault.
Made a one-score game in 2020.
The 2-score game, a 2-score game in 2020. Tampa, they were down. What was it? There was 12 to make it 9 or something like that.
It's hard for me to think that Matt LaFleur is like in 3.
Didn't they make a 2-score game by kicking the field goal?
I think it was.
It was making it. It went from 5 to 8. Was that what it was?
Was it a 1-score game? It might have been a 1-score game. Anyway, minutia.
Not minutia.
Regardless, it was a bad decision. I think is the point we're all agreeing on. You can check the stat on that. Regardless, that was his fault. Game management didn't go for it when he should have.
They lost 31-26. They were down 8. And he made it 5.
He made it 5 games. You're right. My bad. Regardless, bad decision. Even if it was a 2-score game, it's making a 2-score game, and a 1-score game, a 1-score game. Bad decision.
No, 1 score is way worse than 2 scores.
That game, his fault.
Didn't get the ball back.
That game, his fault. You look at the meltdown in Chicago, his fault. Couldn't do anything offensively in the second half. The game in Philadelphia last year, I don't blame him. Love threw 3 interceptions. The game in San Francisco,
I blame Matt in the tie for the Cowboys. They had 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and they had no urgency. None. Get to the line. Jordan's got to know that too, but Matt and Rich Bisaccia were, playing patty cake next to each other on the sideline.
I think you guys got to review some of these draft classes that Goody has. If Goody doesn't miss on
it's a hard question because it's a hard question.
Jordan Love and Micah Parsons are on this team because of Brian Gutekunst.
Yeah, but you need more than a quarterback and one rushing, especially when injuries are a reality of the sport.
Which do you trust more, Goody nailing a draft or Matt LaFleur winning a close game? A meaningful close game?
Nailing a draft now, that's a different.
What do you mean it's a different?
Well, he initially said Gutekunst roster construction.
Same thing.
He said draft.
It's the same thing.
Well, the roster construction is a different conversation because Micah Parsons,
I guarantee if you go back and listen, the first time I asked it, I said the draft.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't hear you. I just have what we have written on the show sheet, which is roster construction.
Oh, it's drafting.
Okay. Then I don't know. Both horrible.
No, both. I mean,
both not good.
That's why I was trying to do this to make it even harder. That's why I switched
much
it.
harder. That's much harder.
Gutekunst drafting or Matt LaFleur winning a close game? Which one do you trust?
Matt LaFleur has not been good in close games, specifically in the postseason.
But Goody
is awful all year.
But Goody has a track record of drafting that is. He has a worse track record of drafting.
Dude, you sat here for 2 hours and destroyed Goody.
I just said
Okay.
I'm picking Matt LaFleur over Goody. I don't think Goody's draft classes aren't anything to write home about consistently. If he was a more consistent,
Is this Sophie's choice?
Feels that way.
Here we go with the Sophie's choice again.
How'd you learn what Sophie's choice is? Are you smarter than?
No. Definitely. I think a Sophie's choice was probably what happened in The Dark Knight when Batman had to choose between Rachel and Harvey Dent,
and he chose
Harvey. He chose Rachel, but it ended up being Harvey.
Oh,
but either
yeah.
way, he had to choose between two things that he couldn't both figure out.
Yeah. So I don't. First and foremost, can we?
Do you think they use the term Sophie's choice in the Dark
Can we
Knight?
reset?
Or did you just see somebody make a really hard decision and say that was my first recollection of what a Sophie's
Is it
choice
wrong?
is? Not necessarily, but do you know what a Sophie's choice is?
Choosing between the lesser or like two evils?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're choosing between Goody drafting or Matt LaFleur winning a close game.
Both evil.
Both evil.
So
Both not good.
Who are y'all choosing?
You're my best friend.
There's a lot of back and forth. Y'all haven't given an answer. I'm glad you guys had your little friendship and figured
Goody.
things out. You're choosing Goody in Strofe.
I think I'm still choosing Goody.
Like Goody.
I can't look at the mouse on the sideline in a close game and feel confidence.
So y'all do realize how important drafting is.
You know how important closing out close games is.
Yeah, you know what makes
closing
closing out games easier?
Better
When you-
players, sure.
Whoa, yeah. Kickers that don't miss field goals, buddy. What are we talking about? Like, or do we not recall what happened in that playoff game? Yes, the Packers allowed
Don't
to slip
take
a lead
the
to-
cop out.
It's
LaFleur
not
scored 6 points as an offensive mind after putting 21 up
Because
against a
his
defense that
kicker
gives up
missed-
so many
his
yards.
kicker left points on the board.
That's true by all means,
If
but
the
they
kicker-
also punted the first 4 possessions of the
I get it.
second half.
I understand that.
They
but
couldn't
if the
get a
kicker,
first down,
if
Kyle.
the kicker takes care of business like he's supposed to, or like Santos did,
If
we're
the
not
head coach buries a team and leaves no doubt and doesn't let him back in for the second time in the year.
They got let back in, but the Packers were in a position to take extend leads, and the kicker missed a field goal. He missed the extra point. He doesn't miss the extra point. The Packers got put in field goal range again at the end of the game. Did they not? But he missed a dang extra point.
6 points in a second half against one of the worst defenses.
If the field goal kicker,
6.
If the field goal kicker does his job,
6
we're not
points.
having this conversation. Or your quarterback got you into a position where you can kick a field goal to at least tie the game. But unfortunately, because your kicker had the yips and messed up that game, you had to
The
score a
difference
touchdown.
between Green Bay and what we saw on Sunday is Sam Darnold didn't have to score touchdowns. They could settle for field goals because they had a defense that they knew wasn't going to let a team back in.
Yeah,
you
but-
knew your defense was missing Micah Parsons. You knew you needed to score more points, and you scored no touchdowns. None. Zilch.
You did score a touchdown. You
In the
just
second
missed
half?
you just missed the extra point. Matthew Golden.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the extra
Matthew
point.
Golden.
Exactly.
4 touchdowns from Love. That's right.
Yeah, but you
By
missed
the way,
extra point.
I think that's glossed over, by the way. His performance.
326 for
4 touchdowns.
Like again, and my whole point about this is that he put you in a position before he scored the touchdown, put you in a position for a field goal, they missed a field goal. Or was that, regardless, he put you in a position, they missed a field goal. He missed the extra point, and then he drove you downfield. Christian Watson couldn't catch the ball, and you would have gotten the field goal range. We gave your kicker a chance, but you were down 4. You had to get a touchdown.
Don't trust the kicker. Put him away.
But that's all about roster construction. That's all about, are you drafting the right guys?
If you can score 21 points against the Bears in the first half on the road, you should be able to score more than 6.
I agree. You should have scored at least 10. If they would have scored 10 points in the second half, if he would have made those field goals in the second half, it's a different game, is it not? We're having a different conversation today.
But we're not.
Exactly. So that's, again, it falls on LaFleur, but I'm not going to sit here and ignore that the kicker was put on the roster.
It falls on the floor?
The game falls on LaFleur because he is the head coach.
Correct.
Everything goes through you, but I can analyze the game and figure out where things went wrong. I think it's pretty easy for us to figure out.
So you trust Matt LaFleur in close games
more than
you're
I
just
trust
you're using one game right now as an example when we have a plethora to choose from with him in close games.
Okay, tell me the last first round pick that was an impact play. That was a Pip?
Jair Alexander.
That was in 2018. Stroke, where were you in 2018?
I was a sophomore in college.
Okay, thank you. Ben, where were you? Were you just starting your career at ESPN?
Quay Walker.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we like Quay? Get out of here. Get out of here. Quay's walking.
Do you want him gone, or would you like to see him back?
I want Quay gone. Quay. Let me just say something about Quay. I'm a fan of Quay. I think he's really athletic.
Here we go. I love him, but
he's not. He should not be your leader inside of the inside linebacker. He mentally, when I say mentally, I mean his football IQ is not at an elite level. He's a good football player. He's a great athlete, but you can get better. I would much rather have a guy with a higher football IQ that can get the defense.
Can you poll this, by the way? I'd love to hear what the audience has to say on YouTube and on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Which do you trust, Goody drafting or Matt LaFleur in close games?
So y'all love.
Which do you trust more?
So y'all love Eric Stokes. You love Josh Myers. You love Amari Rodgers.
Eric Stokes is actually doing well.
No,
the Packers.
Well is not the term you use. He's doing fine. He's not doing well.
Dude, he's going to get paid this offseason.
He's going to get paid.
He's paid what? $8 million? $7 million?
He's like the third best corner on the open market from this past season.
How much do you think he's getting? He's not getting more than $8 million a year.
What did Hobbs get?
Hobbs got 12.
I would take Eric Stokes over Nate Hobbs.
I would too.
Do we spin the block with Eric Stokes?
I think it's unlikely.
You guys are
given the breakup.
You guys are actually prisoners of the moment. Ben, you sat in this same chair saying that Eric Stokes to get his hand on a football and how many pass attempts?
It was an ungodly amount.
Was it like over 1,000?
And you just told me earlier in the show that you would rather.
Sounds like coaching. They couldn't coach him up.
No.
Yeah, new DC. Spin the block. Jonathan Gannon.
You guys are making my head hurt
now. New D-backs coach, Bobby Babbitt.
You're making my head hurt bending over backwards for Matt LaFleur.
That I don't like.
That's what you're doing.
That. Did you hear what this man just said? Like, what in the hell? Excuse you.
I was just saying you love Matt LaFleur so much that you're going to the ends of the earth to defend his poor, close game.
Dude, the draft classes, Goody's draft classes early on are the reason why this team is not where they need to be. The foundational pieces of guys that could be part of year 6 and 7. Yes, Strofe.
Eric Stokes' expected annual contract is $7.5 million.
Wow, wow, Kyle's good. Man, I'm on a hot streak, aren't I?
That was good. Nicely done.
I'm on a heater.
Trayvon Diggs and him are right next to each other.
Yeah, and Trayvon Diggs
will be back in Green Bay, I would guess.
No.
Carrington Valentine, Keyshawn Nixon, and Nate Hobbs, baby. Let's go.
Whose fault is that?
Matt's actually, because Matt did make him return punts.
You do realize Keyshawn Nixon was signed to be a special teams guy.
I do, but Matt made him a cornerback and didn't make him do special teams.
Matt made him a cornerback?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure Jason said Matt made him a cornerback.
I'm pretty sure Goody has played a big role in that.
He was signed to be a special teamser, and then they needed him because of depth purposes when Jair Alexander was never playing. He played well.
He played very well in nickel.
Played a lot in the nickel, but then he forced his way outside, and he played well last year.
A real coach would say, well, you're also still going to return punts.
That I agree with. Listen, I'm not saying the guy is perfect. He definitely should have had him return punts. But guess what? He had to deal with what he had on the roster. And as Jason Wilde has also said, we were an injury away from Bo Melton playing cornerback.
Instead, he took snaps away from Matthew Golden. This is all a disaster. Tell us about UWD.
Yeah, Universal Windows Direct, baby. You got to love them right now. It's all about the love season. And you know what you should love on? The place that loves you. Your house, your home. And if you're looking to upgrade your house and you're looking to upgrade your windows, I have the perfect solution for you. It is Universal Windows Direct. If you're dealing with drafty windows, high energy bills, or you just need a little freshening up, they have a great deal that you got to look into. With Universal Windows Direct, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That is a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, so you can upgrade your home now and spread it out over multiple payments with no additional cost. Plus, because they love you, you can get $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 for your free in-home estimate today, or you can visit universalwindowsdirect.com. They'll come in your house, they'll measure your windows, they'll show you all their different products, and let me tell you, it works. It really works, and the installation is smooth and easy. My boy Jamie Shea hooked me up. Let them at Universal Windows hook you up as well. So make sure you give them a call today at 414-410-2000 or visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my window.
Which do you trust more is a fascinating poll. Gutekunst drafting or LaFleur in a close game? 50-50 right off the rip. I hope it ends at 50-50, which actually would be bad. It's kind of bad that it would be 50-50. People are split on who's better at what in these scenarios.
I think it's pretty close to 50-50, though, to be honest. But at the end of the day, Packers fans, we got it better than most teams. So
Oh, that keeps you happy when you put your head down on the pillow, Kyle? Interesting. Well, stay tuned because going to give away some spots to win 12 pizzas coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in the house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that, dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Things are improving on the roads after the morning commute. We are looking at one incident on 175 north at the ramp from 94 westbound. Could see some lane closures there due to debris in the road, so be aware of that. But otherwise, things are moving pretty smoothly across the system. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. Your storm team forecast: partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a high of 37. Tonight, partly cloudy and a low of 23. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 32. And on Thursday, mostly cloudy, high 33 degrees. This report is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
Half of American parents cannot afford diapers. Hi, this is WTMJ's Kristen Bry. This spring, WTMJ and the Milwaukee Diaper Mission are teaming up to change that. Join me for WTMJ Cares, Bowling for Babies, where we will raise funds for Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Register to bowl with us on March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls. Registration is now open. Go to WTMJCares.com to sign up. Act quickly, teams will fill up fast. It's WTMJ Cares, Bowling for Babies to help the Milwaukee Diaper Mission.
Imagine working with a contractor that quits halfway through a project or never calls you back when you have questions, or worse, takes your money and you never see them again. Unfortunately, we hear about them all the time. Hi, this is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and Siding Unlimited is absolutely not that company. Siding Unlimited has been doing business for 32 years, proving to be an honest, ethical, and forthright company. If you're looking for the honest guys for your next siding, windows, roofing, and doors project, stop by sidingunlimited.com today.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
If you're into muskie fishing, the Muskie Expo is the place to be this coming weekend, the 13th through the 15th, where you'll find an excellent assortment of everything muskies, held at the Washington County Fair Park. Find out more at muskieexpo.com.
Real James Imaging Systems clients. You've heard them right here on the radio for years. For instance, Chris Willems, office manager with Previent Law Firm.
I like the fact that the company is local, and I can always get a hold of my representative, who I have on speed dial, or I have a cell phone.
Then there's James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark, who oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors.
If I do need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
James Imaging Systems business technology client Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time, for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks? Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
3 more spots to potentially win 12 pizzas and a insulated Palermo's cooler. Let's put Strove to work. 3 more spots. Caller 5, caller 10, and caller 15. We'll assign you a team for the men's international hockey tournament coming up here. We'll assign those teams later in the week, but you'll get a spot right now to have a chance to win the grand prize. 800-990-3776. Caller 5, caller 10, caller 15. 800-990-3776. Just get entered, and you're going to have a chance to potentially win 12 pizzas. We'll draw for teams later on, but National Pizza Day continues. Basically in a National Pizza Week here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 800-990-3776, 510-15. Go to work, Strofe.
5, 10, 15.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Strofe answering phones. UKVN Nation at 800-990-3776. I don't have sound to play here, but here's how I can set it up for you. Chris Canty, host of Unsportsmanlike, you heard him on our show earlier, joined First Take. Did not have Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, or Jordan Love as top 5 NFC quarterbacks.
Okay. I'm assuming he probably... So what did he put in the NFC? Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford.
Doesn't matter.
Caleb Williams.
Doesn't matter
Sam
what he put.
Darnold. What,
it doesn't matter. It's just wrong.
No, it's
that's the second. I am now. We might have to just. It's Ben and Kyle against Canty and Cohen, because Evan Cohen. We played Unsportsmanlike audio earlier. Sam Darnold's better than Jordan Love.
Lies.
Now I guarantee Darnold was on that list.
Yeah.
He's probably number 1 based off the Unsportsmanlike standard, which you can hear on ESPN Wisconsin in the mornings, ESPN Radio, 5A to 9A on the ESPN app. We just mentioned it, Kyle. The man threw for 320 plus, 4 touchdowns in a playoff game.
After being out the last 2 weeks of the season.
And throughout the season has had his most consistent year ever as a quarterback. Yet somehow, and I'm actually fine with this. I really am. If people don't want to talk about him, he doesn't care. I don't care. Because we know locally what we have.
Yeah, we do.
We know from 2023 to 2025. I like to look at it. Here's how I'll look at it from my lens. When I played at Wisconsin for the basketball team in 2014, this will connect, I promise. We started 16-0 my senior year, which is a little bit unexpected. Best start in school history still today. We lost 5 of 6 games.
Rough.
We then, at one point, went 8 in a row, and then got second in the Big Ten, went to the Final Four. I was the lone senior that had minutes. There were freshmen in Nigel Hayes and Bronson Koenig, a redshirted Zach Showalter, who had played the year prior a little bit, Frank Kaminsky, Sam Decker, Josh Gosser, Trey Jackson. They were all coming back. When you go through experiences in a year, and then you are able to take your experiences and then build upon that the next year and grow from it, in which they were able to have more wins, make it to the national championship game, you look at it in steps. From a Jordan Love progression, bad first half of his first year starting.
Yeah.
Great second half of his first year starting. Up and down second year. Some say, the second year slump.
But it was injuries.
Injuries.
He's already admitted it was injuries.
But again, learning to play through injuries is part of being quarterback in the NFL. So why I'm saying that is it's part of the experience of his trajectory.
Yeah.
Year 3, consistent as he has ever been on the football field. So if you're able to take those 3 years as a quarterback in the NFL, and based off how I talked about how there's progressions and steps, basketball is different than football. That's why I use they were able to do this, and then they were able to do this. Love has progressed every single year. Why can't he, and hearing from him at the Super Bowl about what his goals were, which is to be a better leader, not turn over the ball, and now he's focusing on finishing games and elevating his team. Who's to say he's not going to do that and be better than what he's been the last 3 years, but with all the growth that he's accumulated as the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers? I don't care where he is on rankings. What I know is what I've seen through 3 years is you should be excited about where he can be coming into next year.
I mean, that's simply based off of Canty's opinion that he doesn't believe Jordan Love is a top 5 quarterback. But I think you're absolutely right with the trajectory of his play. That's something that when you look at individual skill set, right, sometimes it's not, growth isn't always linear, as Jason Wilde would say, when it comes to a team growth, because there's so many different things that can mess with that growth. And as we saw this year, we saw that Green Bay Packer team finally kind of get into a groove where they had about, I believe, a 5-game winning streak themselves, or 4-game winning streak going into Denver. And then they fell off due to injuries to Zach Tom and Michael Parsons, and the team was never able to recover, because you can't really plan for things like that. Well, you can, but you always don't know how you're going to react and come out of those things like that. But one thing I love about Jordan Love is that we've seen him take the steps in the right direction, and he continues to get better each and every single year. And so as a Packer fan, that should be something that we should be really excited about, is that what is the next thing for him to do? Because let's be quite honest, this year, he was really, really good. And if Jordan Love continues to build next year, and I don't believe we've seen his ceiling yet, I still think, and that's a great thing, I still believe that Jordan Love has many other things to unleash in his arsenal, whether it's being even an even better leader, whether it's focusing on being more vocal, whether it's focusing on finishing game, whether it's focusing on letting it loose a little bit more, whether it's focusing on maybe taking a little bit more control of the offense.
I think control is the one of all those things that I like to see. For all the times that we will point at the deficiencies of Matt LaFleur in tight games, who can take over even more is the guy who's leading them. I got this.
Yeah. No,
get it to the line. Here's what we're going to do. Here's our play. Like, before you even get out there in 2-minute situations, if he could just grab more of the reins in late game situations and just sort of make it less of a panic on the sidelines for Rich Bisaccia and Matt LaFleur, that would make a lot of Packer fans a lot happier.
And what I like about Jordan Love is I believe he'll acknowledge that, because they're going to be looking at that Bears game and how things unfolded and how they lost that game. And definitely time management is something that you'll consistently find as an error this year amongst the Green Bay Packers and Matt LaFleur, and not being able to manage the timeouts right, manage the game clock right. When you're going to, should I spike it here? What should we do? And so I think that's an area that definitely be improved. But I love where we're at with our quarterback. I really do. And I understand that the NFC North has some good quarterbacks. 3 of the 4 teams have good quarterbacks. I get that. But even when they have those 3 of the 4 good quarterbacks, the Packers this season did really well against the NFC North. At the Minnesota Viking game does not count. Well, it counts, but I'm not really concerned. Jordan Love in playing that. But in the games that Jordan Love did go a full go at it, he did extremely well in it. So I'm really, really looking forward to the continued growth of the quarterback, despite that maybe some national media be jumping off the Jordan Love bandwagon.
You got Tony saying, would you trade Love to Pittsburgh for T.J. Watt and re-sign Malik Willis? It's like, why?
No, I wouldn't.
And it doesn't work. And why?
Why would I give up a franchise quarterback for a guy who is an unproven commodity on a winner? That is what Malik Willis is. That's what he is.
I don't get why there's no one would ever say this about Love or Rodgers or Favre. But somehow Jordan Love still has a fraction of people thinking that he's not the guy.
Well, there's a difference.
Small fraction.
No, there is one difference here, is that both those quarterbacks were able to stay relatively healthy at the start of their careers, where Brett Favre didn't miss a game as a Green Bay Packer, and Jordan Love early in his career was able to stay healthy until he did.
You mean Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, excuse me. Aaron Rodgers would stay relatively healthy until he had some moments where you had to see backup like Matt Flynn come in. But I think
Brett
that's
Huntley and Sean
that
Kaiser.
Years got on a little bit.
Collarbone.
Early on in his career, Aaron Rodgers was able to stay healthy as a starter for the Green Bay Packers.
If you're heading to a Milwaukee Bucks game, make Potawatomi Sportsbook your stop to catch a shuttle to Fiserv Forum. Free parking at Potawatomi, which is amazing. If you purchase a bet or get a drink, you can request a wristband. And if you use that wristband, you can board a shuttle leaving Potawatomi, and then you can come back without the wristband if you want. First come, first serve. Pickups and drop-offs by the annex next to the sportsbook. Shuttles begin departing Potawatomi 1 hour and 15 minutes before the game. Return shuttles begin third quarter run nonstop after the game. Think about going there having fun, going to the game having fun, and coming back having fun. That's a win-win-win to me. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest. Potawatomi.com. Check them out. Wheel of Strofe with no wheel controversy still going on. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Boys, before we get to the Wheel of Strofe, I have to tell you, it might be the best one ever, but it's dependent on your response.
All right, here we go.
Here we go again.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
If and buts are candies and nuts, we could have a party.
See, I
you
got
were
nuts.
Way off.
I said if and buts were peanuts and nuts, and then I didn't know the rest.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Things are improving on the roads after the morning commute. We are looking at one incident on 175 north at the ramp from 94 westbound. Could see some lane closures there due to debris in the road, so be aware of that. But otherwise, things are moving pretty smoothly across the system. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. Your storm team forecast: partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a high of 37. Tonight, partly cloudy and a low of 23. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 32. And on Thursday, mostly cloudy, high 33 degrees. This report is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
All Brewers tickets for the 2026 season are on sale Thursday, February 12th. This year, it all kicks off at our house with opening day at home, followed up with a schedule that's absolutely loaded. Throw in the same flair for the dramatic thrills on any given night. Plus Brewers giveaways you won't forget. And you've got a season you're going to have to see to believe. Don't miss a second of Brewers action this year. The crew is back for more starting February 12th at Brewers.com.
This Valentine's month, Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with $300 off during our Valentine's sale. Now through February 28th only. It's the perfect time to fall in love with the result-getting Milwaukee Weight Loss program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. Whether you want to look great for Valentine's Day, an upcoming event, or just for you, you can start losing those unwanted pounds right now. No more losing weight and gaining it back. This program helps you keep the weight off for good. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Homer here. I've already lost 10 pounds since I started the journey. Now it's your time to show yourself some love with $300 off. Hurry. This Valentine's sale ends February 28th. Patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call 262-235-3980 now for your free consultation or MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Big news from Carbless, a fan favorite and one of my favorites. Blood Orange flavor is now its own dedicated 4-pack, crafted with real spirits for a true cocktail taste. Blood Orange brings bold, citrus-forward flavor with a smooth, premium finish. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Now it's even easier to stock up on the flavor everyone keeps asking for. Look for Carbless Blood Orange 4-pack at your local retailer now. Once you try it, you'll understand why Blood Orange has earned its own pack. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find it near you at drinkcarbless.com.
This is Coach Greg Gard. Strong teams succeed with the right partners. Bank CMG works closely with Wisconsin business owners, offering local insight, modern tools, and honest guidance you can trust. They take the time to understand your goals and help you build something sustainable. Whether you're managing cash flow, planning for growth, or navigating change, having the right banking partner matters. When your business matters, your bank should too. BankCMG.com.
Your taste buds are in luck. The Reuben is back at Cousin Subs. Try this classic sub grilled to order just for you. Stacked with corned beef, Wisconsin Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut topped with Thousand Island dressing and served on rye bread. And our delicious mint shake is back. Both the Reuben and mint shake can be ordered via the Cousins app or online for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time for you to have the chance to win the ultimate Valentine's Day prize. I wish I could enter because if my wife told me that she doesn't want anything for Valentine's Day, then I realized that doesn't work. You're going to have to get her something anyways. So I could just give you something because I can't win. Register for the Welky's Valentine's Day giveaway at Welky'sDateNight.com for a chance to win a prize pack, including a bouquet of flowers, chocolates, rose petals, candles, $100 to a Bartolotta restaurant, plus... and also extend that Valentine's Day to Milwaukee and Toronto taking each other on February 22nd. Sounds like a win-win-win-win-win-win-win. Can I win? You can't win either. But you can go to the ESPN Wisconsin app and click on the contest page or Welkie'sDateNight.com. AJ in the Berg chimes in. Kyle, you my dog. You guys make it hard to drink and listen to your show at the same time.
Turn up, AJ.
Happy Tuesday to you, AJ.
I
hear you, AJ.
What a life he has.
I guess it's 5:30 there.
Too inconsistent. He's a top 15 guy, Jordan Love. What's going on?
Who said he's too inconsistent?
Will in a 262.
So was he inconsistent this year? That's a real question that I have for Will.
Will, please follow up for Kyle.
I just want to know because I don't
we'll
know
get his
anything.
response, but we can't pass by the fact that Strofe has the greatest Will of Strofe ever.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strofe. Just keep looking up at the Cardinals talking text line. I'm shocked.
We go from will to wheel. It's time for the Wheel of Strofe. Another day, another buckaroonie.
Did you put it together yet?
No, I'm not putting this one together. It's the same wheel. All right. I have one story for you today because it's so outrageous that I need ample time to discuss this with you. So
don't cut into John Anderson, please.
I'm going to do my best. I just imagine Kyle and I's brain works a lot alike in some scenarios.
Okay, I haven't really heard the T for today.
It's T, Kyle. All right, Winter Olympics going on in Milan and Cortina. And so
let him go.
The biathlon happened today for the men. Then a biathlon combines what, two sports? This is on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust recently.
Skiing and
shooting. Yep, you got it. Nice. And a man by the name of Sturla Legrid took the bronze medal home for Norway. During his interview after the match, he did it in another language, so I'm just going to read it to you. He went on to thank his loved ones. And then he said, and I'd really like to thank somebody I don't believe is watching today. 6 months ago, I met the love of my life, the world's most beautiful, sweetest person. And 3 months ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life and cheated on her. It has been the worst week of my life. I told her a week ago, and then it ended, of course. I am not ready to give up. I hope that committing social death can perhaps show how highly I love her. I am taking the consequences for what I have done. I regret it with all my heart. End quote. This was broadcasted worldwide on Olympics coverage.
Bro, let it go.
This is the most manipulative behavior I've ever seen.
Wait a minute, no.
Narcissistic, manipulative behavior.
No. He's using this moment to try to woo her back. The fact that he admitted to cheating is that's big. Like, sitting here to say, I cheated 3 months ago, and he actually told her. I mean, unless
3 months after the fact.
Well, I mean, he had guilt that seeped in, and he apologized, and now he apologized on national TV.
Well, 4 tears, my man. He was crying.
I mean, humility at his
Bro,
best.
if you're a bronze medalist, you could find somebody else.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my take.
Is that a gold medalist?
He's a top world class. Well, this is the skiing and shooting one. It's not like he's like, ripped or anything.
But he's still world class. He has a bronze medal. He can walk around with a bronze medal. Look at Matt Hamilton.
That's a gold medal.
I know, but he listen, we all know he got it.
He's happily married.
He's been married for a long time.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying he parades the medal around because it's a big deal. And a bronze medal is a big. How many people y'all know with bronze medals?
I held a silver medal from a women's hockey player, Hillary Knight.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty cool.
It's been the worst week of my life as he wins
the bronze medal.
Good for him. I don't know why you called him manipulative. I think that is somebody that's humble.
I think that's vulnerable.
It is. Stroke, what do you mean, man? He didn't have to tell the whole world that.
Right. That's the point. That's how it's narcissistic.
No, it's not.
That's how it's manipulative. He's broadcasting it to the world. So
he's apologizing to the world.
I won the bronze medal, but I had the gold medal in life.
That is amazing.
There's now so many people who view me in a different light.
This guy is a simp.
No, he's in love. Well, he ain't a simp. A simp wouldn't cheat. I'm gonna tell you that now.
I mean, he's begging now, though. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's just like he's
known in 3 months. Listen.
That means they started dating in August. He cheated on
You
her
don't know if you have the love of your life. This is a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
If he was with the love of his life and it took 3 months to cheat for 3 months and then tell her.
Do you think he's a narcissist? Do you think he's manipulative?
Yeah, no. I'm Team Stroh here. This guy is full of crap.
I think he didn't know what he had at first. And he probably went out, was kicking it, and some little fine thing hollered at him, and he didn't have any self-control. Y'all gonna act like women can't sometimes make men melt. Come on, now, we all done stupid things for women.
But when you're with your love of your life?
Bro, I don't know. He probably didn't know she was in love. He probably, over time, after he cheated, he was like, dang, this one is perfect. I got to tell him.
No.
He got to the point and said, I got to tell him. He said, I didn't think she was the one. You don't know she's the one in 3 months. Come on now, stop
and
playing.
You know that 3 months away from her with somebody else?
Well,
all that time, all that quality time you spent with her in those 3 months?
He had 3 more months to build.
He got his ass dumped because he was an idiot and cheated on her 3 months into the relationship.
Oh, you guys act like you're just holier than thou. We've all not cheated, but we've all fallen victim to a woman's touch, have we not?
Kyle.
Have y'all not?
Speak for yourself, Kyle.
Oh, I know. Both of y'all are suckers. I know Stroke is a sucker, and I know you a sucker.
I am not a sucker. He's more of a sucker than I am. Just don't put me in the same category as him.
We've all gone out one night and didn't know what we was going to get, and some woman, did a little something. We was like, oh, wow, I need her. Y'all ain't never did that before?
Yeah, but he was with the love of his life.
He didn't know it.
But he's like an adult. You're talking about when you're 20 years old.
How old is he? He's probably like 25. 26. Come on now. 25, 26. I was faithful and loyal at that time.
He's older than me.
Oh, he's 28?
Yeah.
He might have been 27.
He'll be 29 next week.
Well, he made a mistake.
His biological clock is ticking.
He may have been 27. It happened
28.
3 months ago.
No. You just told me when his birthday was. Listen, I tried, brother. I tried to defend you. Good luck getting your woman back. I want to know what the woman looked like.
I'm sure you can find it on the internet.
That's actually a great point.
Because I tell her, if she's cute, then yeah, she's worth it. She ain't.
Can I just say something? He is not.
He is not. What's his name?
And what are you? God's gift?
I'm better looking than him.
What is his name?
Yeah, but he's got more money than you, more successful than you.
Sturla, and the last name is L, and then one of the combined letters that they use in Sweden. It's an A and an E, but it's combined. If you hold the A down, I'm sure.
Bro, just tell Sturla what?
Laegreed. Laegreid.
Do this off the air. My God. If you have something you love, you have to protect what matters most. You have to protect what matters most. That's what I've done with Grimal & Associates. My home, my cars, my life. It's all with Grimal & Associates. Mandy's team is amazing. They've been doing it for over 30 years. Protect what matters most in your life. And if you're looking for American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, I made the switch to Grimal & Associates, and I could not be happier. Even seeing the home coverage that they have and the price go down, the competitive quotes, working with their team, local team, not a call center in the Milwaukee area. Mandy is amazing, and her team is amazing. So contact Grimal & Associates at teamgrimal.com. It's team, GRAMOLL.com. Justin in Watertown, you're cutting into John Anderson. This better be good.
Hey, I never agree with Kyle. I am always not on Kyle's side, but he is right about this one. This was a romantic gesture, and he did it on national TV.
It was so romantic when he cheated on his girlfriend. Yeah,
he never agrees with me. No. Y'all act like y'all ain't never made mistakes in life.
We'll see if John Anderson is fallen victim to a touch of a lady.
This is Kyle, Brust and Nortman.
Is one of the things that your girlfriend gets upset with is you interrupting her like this?
Probably.
I just complimented you. What the hell?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A Road at Night is a documentary chronicling former Badgers player and coach Howard Moore and the 2019 tragedy that forever changed his family. You can see it on the big screen at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison, February 13th through the 19th, with exclusive post-screening panels during the opening weekend. A Road at Night, February 13th through 19th at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison. All proceeds support Howard Moore's ongoing care. Find showtimes and get tickets right now at aroadatnight.com.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Two hearts are interlinked,
intertwined,
permanently connected like 2 links in a chain.
the perfect symbol of a lifetime commitment.
One of the hearts is silver white.
The other is silver pink.
And each of the hearts is inlaid with tiny little diamonds that glitter like stars on a clear winter night.
The interlinked hearts are hanging on to each other as they dangle on the end of a chain.
Another perfect symbol of having a life partner.
It's not only the perfect symbol of a lifetime commitment, it's an incredibly beautiful diamond pendant.
Just $238.
The Kissing Hearts Diamond Pendant is part of the Kissing Hearts collection at Kessler's.
Even though it's just $238, it's still one of the most expensive things in the collection.
I'm buying the two-tone Kissing Hearts cross.
The mother and child is spellbinding.
There's a Kissing Hearts ring.
Kissing Hearts earrings.
And 19 other Kissing Hearts pendants.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing up the 3rd tournament of the season with another can't-miss event and $1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at the iconic TPC Scottsdale, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious state-of-the-art simulator. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and teams must get their round in by February 28th. Your chance to take on TPC Scottsdale starts today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and 0% financing for 36 months plus $500 off your project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace wrapping it up before the Homer Hour takes over at 5 o'clock. Joining us now is Professor Big Daddy J.A. John Anderson, teaching the youth, University of Missouri. I mean, come on, man. I want to talk to John.
Strofe loves conversing.
I mean, goodness gracious. John Anderson, welcome to the show. Sorry for Strofe. You won't shut the heck up.
Although I am reeling still over the 2 foul calls late in the Badger Indiana game. Still reeling.
Wait, are you a Badger fan?
Am I? Well, I mean, obviously I love Mizzou Tigers, but I grew up on Wisconsin and Marquette basketball.
Andy Kowski and all that.
Oh, wow.
I think I posed that. Like, I still have my signed Andy Kowski autographed shoebox shirt
That's why I knew to go there. I feel like there was a Kowski connection with you. Now, real quick, to go back to that game, the only thing I'm going to say is, yes, sure. In slow motion, John Blackwell's foot tripped the Indiana player. But in real time, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. Everything looks like a foul in slow motion. Just the whole thing.
Correct.
The whole thing. Again, yes, Twitter experts, you guys are great at slowing videos down, but that's not what the refs are seeing in real time. To act like the ref was able to be like, yo, you see his leg, it got in there, is a load of crap.
It was. They were both really dicey. You know.
Correct. Let it go. Let the players play. It's not about you. But in college basketball, the refs love making it about them.
I don't ever. Yeah, the worst thing that ever happened too now is where you put them on camera at the end so they get to explain stuff. Like I think they want to go to the monitor just to be in camera. Totally. But I'm not sure I've ever seen an offensive foul called 30 feet from the basket with a guy going away from the basket.
What are you talking about? You just saw
it. he definitely hooked him.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I've now seen one.
Yes, one. And we'll be waiting another 100 years of college basketball until we see the next one. John Anderson, what do you trust more? Well, I know the answer to this question. It's about 50-50 on the poll. Gutekunst drafting or Matt LaFleur in a close game?
Well, right now LaFleur in a close game. That's not actually a close matchup, I think, when it comes to calling which one of those I prefer.
I know it's not for you, but
but I think inherently, goal outside of maybe the Steelers draft in the 70s where they got like 4 Hall of Famers and I guess Jimmy Johnson had one there. Like people miss on half the draft picks all the time, right? Like I bet if you look at him, his is not. His draft record is probably he's had some good hits, but I don't know that it's egregiously bad.
The damning part, John, is the first round picks.
Nobody can complain about the current first round pick because if they'd have had there was 700,000 people there and every one of them would have gone up and picked the same guy.
I'm not talking just about Matthew Golden. We're talking about how Jordan Morgan. We're talking about Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt, Eric Stokes, Lucas Van Ness in the 13th spot. Will McDonald, 2 picks later, you swapped with the Jets, had a double-digit sack season this first year. Christian Gonzalez, 4 picks later, you saw him when he did the Super Bowl. Like it's the first round that strikes people as well. I guess we can't complain this year.
You guys keep telling me that Lucas Van Ness was a great pick.
Who's you guys?
Who said that? I keep hearing. I get a lot of people that tell me about how Lucas is he is one more season away. What are we into?
Might be year 4.
I don't know.
We have now banned the term. This player is going to take the next step, and it has to be this player has to arrive.
Yeah, I would tell you I think we got decent value out of Quay Walker from where he was taken. So much of that, again, is where I always say that about A.J. Hawk. I thought A.J. Hawk was a pretty good player. He just, for the 5th pick, you think that guy goes to the Hall of Fame. If he'd been the 25th pick, we'd have said, hey, it's pretty serviceable, But I would say go and find anybody who's got a track record 1 through 7 that's fantastic. And I figure at some point he must be doing something right because he has assembled a team that's managed to continue to get to the playoffs again and again and again. And at various stages during the year, like we were convinced that was a Super Bowl roster. In that case, Goody puts that together. So I feel like that's okay. But I also notice the one that I've been bouncing around with, like most wins, whatever it is, the last 7 years, and all the teams that have more than 150 have been to the Super Bowl at least 3 times, some 6, and then there's one particular that has not. And I think that maybe that comes down to coaching. So I'm all right with Goody. I think he has done fine, and if his coach had delivered more,